check. I'll check. No.
Hold
Nope.
on. Give it a second because it's still saying that we're live.
Okay. Do you have the
I should have the update. I should have the updated stream key.
Okay.
Feel free to grab it for me while you're double checking.
Okay. It still says we're offline. I'll refresh. Yeah, no, it says live.
Okay, cool. Then ping Pat, we're good.
Yeah. Oh, we're coming through. People can hear us.
What? Hold on. Is that because the volume channels are set up wrong? They can probably hear you, but not me. 1 second.
I don't know. I can just hear myself. Yeah. Oh, I could hear you too.
How is it even possible? 1 second. Realtek output. That's correct. Those are all muted. Everything here says muted. Say something.
Hello?
Yeah, see? Now you're muted. Now I'm unmuted. Now I'm muted.
Nope.
How the hell is it even picking up our output?
No, it is though. I don't know.
That makes no sense. Because what we are is... this one should be... what's this one? Output should be... No, input. Microphone handy. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if I press this right here... Choose name later on. This is going to be... No, it's supposed to be output. What? Oh, because I added a new input in there and it's defaulting to my microphone. Yeah, no, that makes sense because it's defaulting to my microphone. All right, so yeah, now it can hear us.
Wow,
it shouldn't be able to.
Just came back.
Mm-hmm.
And they can hear us, yeah.
Which it shouldn't. What the hell?
Hello, everybody. I know you can hear us and you're not supposed to, but we love you. You're cute. Hi.
That makes no sense.
Yeah, we're super faint now, apparently.
We were trying to turn it around where it's supposed to be. But they're not supposed to hear us anyways. Hi, they.
Hello, everybody.
Well, anyways, the issue we're having is just for playing background music while we're not live. While we are live, things should be fine. So I'm just gonna mute you and me and everything, and we'll just deal with this later.
Sounds good.
Since I had to completely blow up my whole streaming thing, and mine's fine. It's first Lost Initiative stream since I did so.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to some more Lost Initiative, Star Wars Forgotten Legacy, Week 6. We're down a player today, but that's okay because he's not dead. So that's all that matters.
I was about to say he did.
Oh, well, you would know more than I do. So R.I.P. Wade, he's not here. He doesn't even get a cool picture in his like spot. He literally just gets text that says Wade isn't here.
I don't have a picture for Wade. Do
Yeah, you can just get one. Just make
listen,
one.
I got home from work at 8:44 or 8:43, and I texted you and said, "I'm home. I'm coming.
I'm on my way."
Like, I literally walked in the door, and I'm here for you. So just give me 1 second. I'll get Wade a picture. Oh. Yes, I'm gonna get of Darth Revan. Yeah.
Today, boys, I've achieved something that only very few get to achieve in their entire lifetime. I am officially a part of a family's life for the rest of their lives.
I don't know what that means.
A married couple had a child, and the very first family photo they took, because he was in such a panic to put on a t-shirt, is the Mathis Games Honey Pop t-shirt. And so, forevermore, the very first family photo will always have my t-shirt on the father as they hold their newborn baby.
That's adorable. I'd question life choices, but otherwise, that's very adorable.
Oh no! Scott muted that entire story.
I have a very important thing to say. No voice.
La la la. No, sound should be coming in perfectly fine. Now, if there's an issue, I have no idea what that issue is.
Well, I'm not telling a story because that's okay.
No jokes. Now, if there's an issue.
I got adopted. It's true. Everyone but Scott is super quiet. We can only hear Scott. Everyone else is mute. So while this is getting figured out, you have to understand,
Problem
Scott. You had a like hard drive, you have a kind of like a new hardware that you're working with, so you had to refresh install some stuff.
Yes.
So there we go. Welcome back, everybody.
It caused some issues. I did a big old update, and you guys were there just super quiet because I was just adjusting. We're good now. We shouldn't have any more problems moving forward. We should definitely be good now. Yep. Okay.
Okay.
I found a labeled for reuse commercially, so we're not breaking any rules here. Image.
Excellent. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Not breaking any laws or anything here. So thank you, Google search, with using the tools to make sure that we're using the correct images for whatever artist did this. It's probably from a video game.
I mean, it looks like it's from the MMO. No,
Probably.
that looks very MMO-esque.
It does. There we go.
So
It actually looks better than Wade. Truth be told, it looks way better than Wade.
I mean,
I
you
agree.
know, when you have a
It
budget
looks thinner than Wade.
and
When you have
professional
a
3D
budget.
artists modeling things, it's hard to beat.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'd take that over Wade any day. Mike,
Well,
I think we're here to tell a story.
yeah, I think we're here to tell some Star Wars stories. I was gonna say, well, let's rewind and kind of get into the game and remind people where we left off and where we're picking up this particular session, as we are missing Wade, and where we left the last time we got together off with Wade spending about a week's worth of time on Nar Shaddaa, meditating and trying to piece together this holocron that he has, or the three of you have obtained through bounty means and some violence towards the end, we'll say. Right.
Oh,
God
yeah.
damn it! I jumped the gun. I get to re-roll because I jumped the gun on that one.
Excuse me? Did you clear it and everything for me?
What? No, I totally didn't. Let me just clear that. Mike, can you
You were
clear
so
that for us?
excited.
yeah.
You were
Mike,
so
Mike,
excited.
can you just clear that for us? We have to.
I don't know. I think with the audio issues, I think you have to live with that.
I think you do too. I don't see chat getting behind you. Thank you so much, JP, for the 5
JP.
gifted subs. Just dropping
yes,
them.
Hype chain for re-roll.
No, you can't hype.
No,
Hype chain is exclusively
no.
negative for Scott. Okay.
No,
I think we
it's
agreed
re-roll
that.
for me.
I think we all came to that agreement last time
Yeah,
around.
I think we agreed that. With that.
Scott's not the moneymaker here, all right? He's the one we use to punish
He
with the
didn't even
money.
show up, okay?
Can I roll? Or-
Yes, please do.
Okay,
Please
good.
roll.
I just wanna
Hype
make
change
sure.
reroll.
Yeah, see, look at it.
It's a balanced day here in Star Wars, but only 2 force points to play with. So each decision is going to carry a particular amount of weight.
Oh, I was gonna ask. Since Wade's not here, would we?
No, he
technically
gets
have
no
to
roll.
for
It's just
him?
the two of you. So today, the force is you could see it as two ways. You could see that the force is not present, that its existence around you is rather of a thin veil, or you could see it as the force judging you, that each decision you make today is going to weigh that much more on your fate and the fate of your friends.
It's just
It's
that
up to you.
religion
Or-
mumbo jumbo stuff.
But it starts
No.
balanced. It
No.
starts
Mike,
balanced.
listen, get rid of your flavory text, okay? I'm here, okay? Listen, I got my flavor. What we need instead is hype change or reroll, please. No?
No, I think we're even. I think we're straight.
No. We're gonna have some fun today. I have an idea. We'll see how it
You
goes.
can have some whiskey, some scotch. No?
Are you gonna send that entire bottle unopened to him?
With the note that says, "Way to go, Daddy."
Hell yeah, dude.
I say if that note makes it to him, I would vote for a reroll on your behalf. But that's a very expensive reroll.
That is a very expensive reroll.
Daddy Scotch.
Anyway, so we spent a week on Nar Shaddaa as he meditated. And while we ended the episode with the meditation kind of coming to a close and things working their way towards repair on the ship, there's still a week's worth of time where both Krasa and Bato have time to themselves to make $1, to make a, or maybe even something more meaningful. Now, my question to Krasa, more specifically Krasa, the character, is if there were top 2 things he wishes could get repaired on the ship, like as quickly as possible, beyond what you've already bartered for, what would Krasa's top 2 be?
Okay, so top 2 things
What's fixed on this ship?
I can't remember everything that was broken.
Yeah, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, crack open the ship. It's a good refresher. We got to get everybody refreshed anyway.
Yeah.
But this
we
is
see that on
important
the
because
Reddit?
we're going to have Bato make a roll, and whatever Scott's answers are will be affecting this.
So let's see. Power fluctuations are still an issue.
Hype
but-
train. Thank you very much, chat. We love you. We missed you last week and the week before.
And remember, that does mean re-roll, right, guys? Yay,
No,
nay?
it's
too
not.
late.
Moment is
It's
past.
much too
Moment is
late.
past.
Yay or nay? We haven't rolled anything yet. Yay or nay?
Skitsy Fairy is desperate. She wants the re-roll. There's somebody in chat in your corner, Scott. And that
Exclamation
alone is
point
rare.
Mutiny. Exclamation
I think it's
point
just.
mutiny.
I think it's just Skitsy. I love Skitsy to death. She was one of my mods, but oh no, I think it's just Skitsy.
Okay, Skitsy's amazing. They mod to perfection. We love Skitsy. Vehicle.
If you're on, I don't think so. I think you just. What really? We got a bunch of people saying re-roll, a bunch of people saying no re-roll.
Listen, that just sounds like hype train to reroll to me. Before he makes this roll something, please. All right, so let's see. We're already trying to upgrade the hyperdrive a bit.
Oh, what did you make the deal for?
I honestly, give me a second. I took notes about all the quests that were on. Let me see if I have notes for the deal. I'm so sorry, Mike.
No, take your time. JP gifting 5 more subs in chat.
Thank you, JP. Super appreciate it. Find the vet, which is a Coruscant. Let's see, the GS bounty on Bestine. There was the Ash job on Nar Shaddaa, which is what we're currently kind of looking for. There was find the droid, which we already did. We have our contacts. Unfortunately, I don't have anything there, so going back to the vehicle sheet. One of the things that we wanted to do was fix the critical hit on it, but I think I might be able to do that over time. The hyperdrive, we finally got one installed.
You got
It's
one
currently
installed,
at
yeah.
6. We're eventually going to want to upgrade that.
Mm-hmm.
Our weapons are not very good. Making our weapons a little bit better, and I made a deal for them to upgrade to make our shit cleaner, right? To like clean up the wires everywhere, and for them
Hype
to
success.
What is it? How many
Oh, we already
alpha-
leveled up again. JP, what is your input? Do you want to? You gifted quite a lot. I'm curious what your. Does he get a reroll? Does he not get a reroll?
I think JP should get a reroll. Yes.
It was system train.
JP gets
system
the reroll?
strain, Hull trauma.
Yes, just
were the
JP
things
though.
we were looking to system strain. We're going to fix with the extra wiring conditioning stuff, and I think they were supposed to repair something else. What was it? I can't remember. I know system strain was a secondary thing for the deal. I don't remember what we primarily needed fixed. I feel like
System strain.
That was a secondary thing. I don't
Okay.
remember what the primary thing was.
All right. So with that in mind, then don't worry about the primary thing right now.
It'll
I'll
come
just
to
take
me.
the system strain for the moment. Did JP give an answer to whether he want? He's taking chat recommendations. So while that's going on, I want from Bato I think it's a underworld check. Let me just check something real quick. Hello. Let's go here. Give me an underworld check against you're on Nar Shaddaa. Give it just against 1 purple.
Okay.
This just represents you're out over the course of the first few days, walking the streets, having your ear to the ground, keeping an ear out for either jobs that sound lucrative or at least within your wheelhouse. JP says you get a reroll, Scott. So that is what is going to happen. You're going to get your reroll.
Very kind.
So go ahead and clear it. So Scott, because you're going to go ahead and I'll remove the dark side point because that's what you rolled. Forest player update. You should all say 1 light, 1 and 0 dark. Give me the roll, Scott.
God damn it! God damn it! Oh, Pat, do you see this? Did you see the result?
I do see the result.
I just saw it now.
Chat,
Terrible.
You're on top of this, Scott.
You are. It's starting out like any Star Wars campaign with Scott in it does. He gets attempts and it just somehow gets all messed up.
You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you.
I did roll a success.
You did roll a success. Yes. Back out to on point. So
I did correct, right? You said 1 purple?
Yeah, 1 purple. It's just, like I said, super easy. Not a simple roll, but an easy roll. And these streets are always packed with varying degrees of aliens, shoulder to shoulder, yelling at each other. Sometimes muggings just happen every few minutes, either in an alleyway nearby. Yeah, no, seriously, in an alleyway nearby, you can see someone being stuck up openly, and almost everyone ignores it unless somebody thinks they can get the one up and maybe mug both of them. Maybe Deveronian sees 2 humans, one human mugging another, and then he steps up with a blaster and just mugs both of them, and because no one's gonna fuck with the Deveronian. It's just that kind of place. But there's always words and whispers of jobs going around. Everybody's looking for a drug runner, a spice runner, somebody to do some low-level hacking for 100 credits here, or hell, even 1,000 credits there. And while that is usually something you want to go to, the amount of time dedicated for the reward, especially when you're not entirely sure how long Varen is going to take in terms of meditation, you want to make sure you get the biggest bang for your buck. And so listening to these jobs pass you by, making your way in and out of cantinas, and hitting up a couple of local bounty hunting guilds that have a few places around here. Eventually, in this little cantina and a back table where somebody in representative of the Bounty Hunters Guild sits, he has a few pucks, as we've seen in The Mandalorian, placed in front of him. As he makes as you walk in, you catch his eye almost instantly. You don't even have to make a perception roll as he almost eagerly waves you down. Now, whether Crossa's with you or not is totally up to Crossa, but I imagine that Bato goes out on his own as well, often enough, and doesn't have Crossa with him in every moment of every day. But if Crossa's with him at this particular point, that's also welcome.
I don't know if we're just looking for jobs, you said?
I imagine this week, correct me if I'm wrong, what else would you be doing on Nar Shaddaa while you wait for Varen to stop being insane?
Hunting, for jobs. So, I don't know if...
I'm assuming you both hunted for jobs together. Sometimes,
I'm definitely,
probably together.
We need the money. Like, it's one of those things where, technically speaking, I would not do something like that, but I definitely need the money. So I'm kind of there with you.
Okay. So again, you don't have to make a perception check. You could see him very eagerly waving you down. He's a older gentleman in this small place. Thank you for the level hype train emotes, all a level 4. We appreciate it.
Go.
When you sit down,
thank you, everybody. Sorry I was distracted before. I was just trying to get my re-roll. Thank you so much. I truly appreciate it.
Trying to get my re-roll. That worked out so well, by the way.
It did. It worked out perfectly. It worked out as well as it could for Scott in a Star Wars campaign. As you walk over to this back corner, he's, like I said, the bar itself is as busy as pretty much any other hole in the wall bar. It's just that every city block on this planet probably has 4 bars bare minimum at each, one at each corner, and then some. people selling all kinds of drinks and other nefarious deals going on in this particular small bar, though it's bigger than any of the no-name ones. This guy sits in the back with a few pucks, and he gestures for you to take a seat as 2 stools are brought up by a Twi'lek woman who doesn't say anything and just grins at the both of you.
I'll take a seat.
I'll take it. I'd probably stand. I'd probably sit kind of close to Krasa. Not sit, but kind of like, kind of just kind of stand a little bit further away. If that makes sense.
I take a seat, but I do not intend to be the talker in this one. Remember, I give everything away.
Well, lucky for you, he almost ignores you completely, Cross. It gives you an acknowledging glance, but then goes immediately back over to looking at Bato. And he leans in. And now that you're close, like I said, he's a man in his 60s. He's got salt and pepper hair, cleanly shaven, but definitely wrinkles and age in bags under his eyes to show a lot of time and a lot of effort and work goes into his day-to-day. It doesn't look like he gets much sleep. He leans in eagerly and actually pushes the 3 pucks off to the side and leans in with wide eyes, looking you up and down. And he simply says, with a whole lot of almost childlike wonder and joy, "You don't get to see many of your kind out here lately."
When was the last time you did?
He actually takes a moment and leans back. He strokes his chin with his left hand. "I can't even answer that question. I don't know."
I'd probably just remain quiet. Well, I guess it's glad that I'm here then, hopefully.
He smiles. "If you are like your brethren and are looking for any opportunity to make some credits."
We both are reliable, kind of like patting Krasa as I'm I want to say I'm still kind of behind Krasa. Krasa, you're sitting with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably pat him kind of on the shoulder. We're both reliable folk.
And when you say that, he actually looks to you and he's like, "Are you the only one of your group, clan, troop? What is it that you call yourselves?"
Clans, you can call us.
"Do you not have any others?"
Not now.
"No." Well, and he actually looks dejected and he kind of takes in a heavy breath and sighs, and then he pulls the 3 pucks back in front of him. "Well, maybe these will do for you then. I apologize." And he didn't mean to distract. "Are you with the guild?" And he kind of he almost loses that enthusiasm and kind of goes to like a status quo, like, "Are you with the guild? Here's your bounties." Almost goes to
I'd probably ask him, what are you looking for, an army?
"Well, I don't think you need an army if you have a handful of Mandalorians. At least that's what the tales told." And I was always
Tales
told,
also say one Mandalorian can handle more than 50 men. I'm trying to bluff.
Yeah, no, of course,
would I have to-
absolutely. You're trying to sell yourself. You're absolutely trying to sell yourself.
Would I have to roll for this?
Yeah, let's do a roll for this.
Okay.
You're looking at doing
This is a cool.
you're trying to do a cool. No, what it's
Cool,
not.
That's more coercion if it's intimidating.
Is it
right?
cool?
No, I didn't think he was trying to. It sounded like you were trying to more persuade than intimidate.
Yeah,
Persuade
persuade.
or-
Yeah,
or-
not
or
trying to intimidate
coercion.
at all.
Or negotiate. Coercion's that, or negotiate.
You could negotiate too. I'd allow a negotiation if you want to use negotiate.
It's the same roll either way for
Yeah,
coercion.
it's the tone of it, okay? It's the tone.
It'll be against 2 purple, regardless of which you choose.
Okay. I'll use a light side. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, you're welcome to.
Spread the dark side.
No. I'll do a negotiation.
All right, let's see it.
Damn.
He sighs and you say that like you're worth 150, and he's like, "Yeah, that's what that's the stories tell." But I don't know, 1 in 50 and on a moving vehicle, and it's just a lot involved. I'm not sure 1 is enough.
I'll at this point kind of lean in and say,
Mm-hmm.
oh, gotta remember the accent. It's been a while.
Russian.
Yeah. Do you think? Jeez.
It's exactly it. No, that's it. I don't know why you're like, whoa, that's it.
I can't plot them out in my head. Do you think this is the only warrior here? Do you not know of the Cathar?
He actually looks at you and he's like, gives you a dismissive eyebrow raise.
I want to really quickly, just with my claws, because I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Life choices. I want to really quickly just kind of like throw claws out at his direction, threatening but not intending to be lethal. don't know what I would throw. Like this coercion.
That sounds.
Intimidate.
That sounds like you're. It sounds like you're trying to intimidate. No.
Yeah, that's very
You're like
intimidating.
at him, like you. I'm assuming you kind of snap your your paw forward, yeah, and you just like kind of like show claws, like almost as though you were insulted that he dismissed you so much.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, that's against 2 purple.
Oh god, I'm gonna roll so horribly. This is terrible. This is a bad idea. I am not a presence person with my coercion.
Do you want to use your light side point, Scott?
Don't do it, please.
Does the Mandalorian give me a blue?
The Mandalorian would give you a blue.
Okay.
You do not give the Mandalorian a blue, but the Mandalorian
Yeah, I was
gives you
gonna
a blue. Yeah, you did it. You did it.
Nice.
He actually he doesn't he kind of winces back just quite a bit as you snap your claws forward, and continuing with that wide-eyed look at you, says, all right, I get it, sorry, point made. It's not that, it's just that I'd be more confident if you were running with like 4 others. I'll put it on the table, but fine. He just kind of realizing what's happening, he just pushes the 3 off the table again. He reaches into a little satchel on his bag and he pulls out another puck. This one is a little bit darker in color, and as he plops it down and he flicks a switch, a person pops up, a Zabrak with tattoos all across his face. No color, it's just that blue and kind of transparent hue, and it's just from the shoulders up. From what you can tell, he's very, very young looking, and his image just begins to rotate for a little bit. I don't got his name, but I got his prisoner number, and I got people willing to pay a pretty penny to break him out. Engineer of a sort, good with his hands. Picked up for being ex-empires. Whoever wants him, and I don't ask too many questions, are willing to pay, like I said, a pretty penny for him. He's on a prisoner transport bound to leave this part of the city in about 2 days and head south. That's when we'll be least guarded.
Do we know?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What was he convicted of that landed him in the spot, the seat in the prisoner?
He worked against the Republic. Like I said, he was ex-empire. Hacker. Good with tech. Splicer of a sort. I just have his prisoner number. And I know what train number he's going to be in that prisoner transport. After he gets there, it's about a month's time before he's shipped to the core worlds.
What's the pay look like?
Well, they're after my cut, your cut, and you'd probably be walking out of here with around 60, 70 grand. But they're also willing to offer a favor in turn instead of pay if that's something you're looking for.
Who is they?
Bunch of people who want an ex-empire splicer.
Is there nothing else? No.
Yeah, I don't know. I would look towards Krasa.
I've been looking at the thing to see if I can get any details.
Yeah, it's just rotating.
No, just like looking at it, seeing it, because you said it's a different color and stuff like that. If there's any check I can make to kind of realize what that means, the fact that it's a different color.
Oh, that I will just tell you right now is just flavor. It looks older. Should I say darker? Means like it looks older, like he's had the puck for a while, scuffed and kind of things like that.
Just lint stuck to it.
Yeah, in darker in color or whatever. Less shiny, less taken care of.
Okay. Go ahead, Pat. Sorry.
Oh no, I was wondering the same. I was gonna ask if there was anything you could do to like hack it to make it like if it was.
Oh no, I apologize. I was just giving you flavor text.
Nah, it's all good.
Probably not something like this. Not without them noticing. I don't usually. You would know this by now, Pat. People don't usually know I'm a hacker. I try to reveal myself as just being a dumb Cathar because most people just assume Cathar aren't very intelligent, and it kind of gives me an upper hand because I'm not good at getting an upper hand in many ways. So.
I'll look to you. Bata will look to you and ask, worth our time? Pay is good. I'll kind of say it to where only Krasa can hear me as low as I can go, I guess.
Everybody has their hearing aids turned up. I'll just like think for a moment and then I'll nod without necessarily looking at you. I get an agreement.
Okay. Any dangers to expect? Obviously,
Well, you're
breaking off
bringing
of
into a Narshada prisoner transport. There'll be armed guards, security, and a whole host of other problems that come along with it. And freeing a prisoner, depending on how you go about it, could end up freeing a few others. Depends on how slick and smooth you are, how blunt force you are breaking through that damn door. On top of that, you're dealing with, like I said, someone worth a pretty penny to the Republic.
I shake my head to him and I say, "What about clearing our names?"
I would recommend going in without your faces showing.
What safeguards do you offer?
He looks to you and shrugs. That ain't my job to figure out. I just tell you the job and the reward.
You can guarantee us 70K. The deal.
I can guarantee you that, or like I said, they're also willing to owe a favor instead of pay. People who want somebody who's ex-Empire, knows Empire tech, and there's only one Mandalorian that came in and something old and raggedy like that recently. And he kind of gives you an eyebrow raise.
Recently? How recently?
That he leans in. That would be you. I'm saying the people looking for this person.
I'm hearing another one, not just me. So kind of like disappointed,
no.
kind of slunks back.
And he's like, people you're working for clearly know Empire tech.
I don't know. I want to say that we'll take it, but we won't agree on what to go for yet. I don't know, Cross, what do you think? Money? Because we could use the money to upgrade, or take the favor.
I think for a couple moments, and I say, "We will decide after." Does he accept that, Mike?
You decide after whether you're going to take the money?
When we bring him
Yeah,
back.
'cause he's not paying us in advance.
No. I mean, you're just saying take the puck and then decide after.
What we're gonna do for
Yeah, like when we rescued the dude, bring him back.
Yeah.
That's when we decide what we
I get
want.
what you're saying. I mean, you know how that works. If you don't end up bringing him back and he's still alive out there, other bounty hunters will start looking for him at some point.
Not we'll decide whether or not we're doing it. We'll decide what reward we're gonna.
What the reward will be when we come back.
Yeah. That's fine. That's fine.
Like
That's
we're accepting the bounty. We will decide on the reward when we come back.
yeah, absolutely.
I believe that's what
he nods at that and just kind of he leans back and gestures to take the puck.
Okay, so take the puck and we're good.
Okay,
If you're
and
good.
Yep.
where do you want to head? Back to the ship and talk details?
Yeah, we probably just back to the ship just to have a place to, because like we're gonna have to find out, because does he give us the fob or whatever it is that like kind of gives us a bit of tracking? Does he already give us locations of that stuff? Anything that we can kind of work off of? And I would only go back to the ship if I don't have another hub nearby where I can link into something for me to start. If you think that I might find some other, again, I'm keep using a hub that I can kind of hack into to start getting data, sure. Otherwise, I'll just use whatever computers we have.
Sure, but there'll be like HoloNet hubs. You're on Nar Shaddaa. You're not even sure how safe they are, even if you could plug in and hack into them. You don't know what kind of other backdoor shit could be on those things.
Could be on it. Yeah.
Are you saying this is like searching for porn in the 90s?
Yeah. Especially since the HoloNet is so ill-defined.
Oh man, I want all them viruses.
The HoloNet in Star Wars, according to the rule, is like everything and nothing at the same time. It's like infinitely useful and absolutely not useful at all. It doesn't make any damn sense. So your safest bet would be to connect via your ship.
Okay, so we'll do that then. We'll head back to the ship. I probably we would talk very light on the way back, but probably
yeah,
not
absolutely.
much into detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if you wanted to start up with what you wanted to talk about there, Pat.
I guess my only issues would be getting in and out of this prisoner ship. Could be heavily guarded. It's the only thing weighing on my mind. With your hacking skills, I imagine you can keep the cameras off us and maybe the alarms to a minimum.
No. You are thinking of this too much like a Mandalorian. There are ways in and out without necessarily killing. What if instead of keeping cameras off and blasting our way through, what if we are assigned guards? I make identification cards. We are on manifest, and maybe he has scheduled transport. Something like that may be a bit too, that last part, a bit too convenient. But at least if we belong there, we can walk around relatively openly.
I see what you're putting down.
So, what do you say we go back and see what the procedures are for this place, and best approach? Worst case scenario, you kill people and everybody's happy. Well, mostly.
I just got done cleaning my blasters. I'd like them to not be all dirty and bloody for once.
Well, if you hang back a little bit, the spray won't get the. No, we just kind of.
So you make your way back to the ship, and you can have more detailed conversation there. But that seemed like that was the conversation. Unless there was more you wanted to talk about.
Not until we have more details on the ship.
Okay. So you want to go to the prison and like just scout it and watch for the prisoner transport train that comes in and out.
Maybe he can do that because he wouldn't necessarily seem too out of place. Just kind of walk around and get an eye on the place. But I definitely want to go back to the ship and actually like Google search and hack into it whatever I can. The best satellite images of the place, people that have been in and out, typical, I don't know, whatever I could find out. Maybe even test their security, firewalls, whatever.
Sure. So Bato, do you want to head out then and do that like on foot?
Yeah, I would like to do like a scouting mission because you said we have a couple of days, right?
Yeah. The train doesn't leave for a couple of days.
Okay.
And Pat, while you're doing your scouting mission, one of the things I'd point out is in case it's a closed loop, to look for any access points that might be on the perimeter that I'd be able to use to get into the system.
Okay.
Okay.
I would like to be able to get as close as I can and maybe an aerial view where I could stay.
Basically, I'm just going to have
away.
you make a roll, and that'll represent, you having gone out and scouted. And because of the way you operate, a warfare check would be the best roll I could ask out of you for this, simply because you're looking for combatively weak entry points. Where are prisoners coming in? Where are they going out? You're looking at this as a tactfully. So that's going to be against 3 purple for hard, Scott. It's also going to be against 3 purple computers check for you.
I am going to use a light
3
side.
is hard. You can use light side if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to use a light side point.
Please do.
For me, it says.
A reminder, we're at strain 0 because we haven't done anything today.
I imagine my wounds would be 0 as well. I had 2 prior to this. Would that be healed
wounds
now?
are different. Those heal, I think, based off of like check results and maybe like a point a day. I've looked at it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll leave it at 2. But I did remove strain.
I'll look it up for you.
For my.
Is it difficulty 3?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
When I use a light side point, does that just give me an upgrade, or is that?
Yeah, you can use upgrade or downgrade the difficulty. Your choice.
What would be the better of the 2?
Well, it would turn one of your greens into a yellow, which would give you an option for triumph, or it'll get rid of one of the purple entirely. You don't have to worry about that at all. One gives you the opportunity to be triumphant. The other just makes it more likely you'll succeed.
Are you okay with that, Scott, if I use a light side point?
Yeah, I'm also upgrading, but I'm gonna take a strain to upgrade mine. Go ahead, sir.
All right. So there's that, and I'll do an upgrade, I guess. You said warfare?
Warfare, yes, sir. Beautiful roll.
Wow.
Nice.
Both rolled
Oh, that was
incredibly
close.
well.
Oh,
Would you
man.
like to, Scott, take those 2 as strain, or
I'll
would
make it
you
more
like?
difficult me in the future?
Huh?
You can use those how you want.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you. Sounds good. Bato, you spend basically the better part of an entire day heading down to this place. It's easy to get to, public transportation. There's constantly railways and stuff that are in hover cars and cabs that'll lead you out there. And then eventually you make your way on foot and start to look at this place. What it is a 5-story building that stands alone. It's not connected to anything else. And on the outside, and Scott, you're kind of seeing this aspect from like top-down shots. On the outside, there's a good distance. You probably guess like 100 feet between the building and the outside wall. The outside wall is half as tall as the building, so it's about 2.5 stories tall. And from what you can tell, on the south side, the prisoner trains come in and they go directly into the building. The first floor has like this area where the train pulls into. That's where prisoners are taken off the train and put on the train. And it leaves by a train rail that leaves via the north side of the building. So it comes in the south and leaves out the north.
So just straight through the base.
Yeah, so
kind
the
of a
train
thing?
will come in via the south rail. It'll do its thing, and then straight through after it's done, it'll leave. So it leaves after the north, and then it follows a railway system to head to wherever it's going to go from there on out. And that happens as you watch twice a day, once in the morning and once in the evening.
What about footpaths? Because obviously the train is for prisoner transport, and obviously guards that are involved in that. But what about footpaths for guards that might be working the perimeter or coming and going for their shifts? Blah blah blah.
So something only Bato would be able to get is that there is a single employee quote unquote entrance footpath built into the wall. There's an area that looks like it's about 2 stories of windows. So where people who can walk in from there, maybe either check in, check out. You're not sure what they do, and then they go.
Would my
and they
heat
can get to the
vision
main
not
building
penetrate
from there.
through the windows?
What was that?
Would my heat vision on my helmet?
You'd
would
have
I
to
be
get
able
relatively close. It's not
Okay.
something you can use from super far away. And
I
then
imagine
from
I'd be using my heavy blaster to just kind of like
you're
my sniper
scanning
kinda
and whatnot.
like-
You do
yeah.
see people moving around when you're scanning, but
But I can't see
you-
what they're doing inside the building
Yeah.
or anything.
And you just
don't
see
even
people-
need your blaster for that either, because your helmet has the ability to magnify for you.
Right, but I didn't know if I
you
could
walk
use it
around
just
like
to.
this, you know.
Scott, what you find out with your computers check is that this is not a max security prison by any stretch. In fact, security isn't particularly high. It's more of a stopping point for prisoners. They usually stay here for like no more than a week at a time, sometimes only just a few days. So this is
So
why
it's
the train
recently,
comes in
yeah.
and out
Okay.
every couple times a day. So they've got your typical, there's cameras, there's security, but it is not super max, super tight and
They
terms of-
definitely still have to have decent systems in place, because you're
Of
always
course,
having
yeah.
company
But you're not
knowledge,
looking
you
at
know?
like the best of the best
Yeah,
armed. You're likely no turrets are on the ceilings or anything like that. You know, that's not worth that amount of money.
Okay. The other question I had, because since it's only about 30 meters from the wall to the actual building itself, what speed does it? Because it's future tech, right? But what speed
Sure.
does a train move at? Because Star Wars doesn't usually have super high speeds in places like Nar Shaddaa, does it? Like,
High speeds, yeah. Well, if they are on like rails, they can use it as like a.
Imagine it's
sure,
kind of like
but it's also only 30 meters from the wall to the edge to the entrance of the building.
Mm-hmm.
So how is it moving slower? Could somebody like kind of?
Oh yeah, when it's coming in, it slows down a good distance out, and then when it picks up, it's slow. Before it picks up speed and takes off. There's amount of time in there where you could feasibly, like any train, even in modern day, keep up with it for a minute or two, like for a second or two, and be able to leap on it before it really the engines kick on and it goes super
It's not
fast.
a Tesla train.
No, it's a Nar Shaddaa train.
Okay.
you say that, I just think of like a big
It
bulky
is super
Tesla
unfancy
truck.
too. Like the actual like hover train itself is basically just black boxes on a hover rail that's connected underneath the hover.
It is a
rail.
Tesla train.
It's
I guess
really
it
a
is.
sin.
I guess
mean,
it is, but it's super slow
sexy.
and dirty and not exactly the
Hold on.
shiny.
Are the windows bulletproof?
Are they
You don't-
rock proof?
actually, with your computer's check, yes, they are bulletproof.
Oh, look at that. They're bulletproof.
Okay, now
Oh.
dumb
Just like
question.
Tesla windows.
Yeah, true.
Dumb question. You say bulletproof. Does that include blasters?
Yeah, it's blaster proof.
Okay.
It's blaster
I'm not shooting any like little tiny steel beads at this thing.
If it's a Tesla train, I'm definitely throwing a rock at the window just to see.
Yeah, just to test, just to
happened.
test it out. You know?
I swear it was working yesterday. Okay.
That was
And- but so
funny as
basically,
shit.
It comes in at 11 a.m. on the dot every morning, and then another one comes in at 7 p.m. on the dot every evening.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
I mean, so if there's a degree of predictability there, that means there's probably a pretty good degree of predictability inside their actual internal security.
This is basically a day and a half or 2 days worth of scouting to learn.
Whose prisoner facility is this? Does this belong to basic Nar Shaddaa
This is a
government or
for-profit.
particular-
This is a for-profit prisoner facility owned by
Perfect.
some
Perfect.
businessman here on Nar
Awesome.
Shaddaa.
That means there's maggots in the food, there's minimum guards, and
Oh, yeah.
everybody hates their job.
Everybody hates their job. It's
Perfect.
probably like the small cells to save money. They're there only for a week, so who cares? And they're gonna make a bunch of cash in the
It's
process.
the American system. It's just awesome. This is the easiest one to break into and out of. No problems. Ugh. All right, so
So that's what you spend a day worth of like research on hacking and whatnot, and then him spending a day and a half out there running like a routine of like circling it over and over, being very, very thorough. That's what the warfare check was. And As you come together after you both spend time doing this, this is what you come back with the knowledge
I'll
of.
probably actually have, like he mentioned, the satellite images with our little holo computer because it doesn't really work much more than basic images he was saying
Right.
beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pull it up as like a basic map of what we see there. Maybe a bit clunky and a little bit of the glitches here and there or whatnot. Like at one point in time, you'll see like the train moving along and it passes through an area, and as it passes through the area, it glitches and it looks like a Twi'lek head tail, and then it kind of like trains back. And you're like, what the? Anyways, so when we have that kind of set up there, I just kind of like pull it out and we kind of like after we're done verifying the information that I suppose pick up conversation there, right? And be like, well, it looks like this slows down considerably. I've got grape in my mouth. It makes it difficult to talk.
It's delicious. I love it.
Very juicy.
I must have it.
Put it in my mouth.
Listen, I had a very long, very busy day. I'm like, food, finally.
And what this whole episode is going to be is 4 hours of prepping, and then Wade coming out of the meditation, be like, "We've got a train to go heist," and he's like, "Wait,
No.
what?"
Bye, Wade. So anyways, this is perhaps what we need to do is hop on this and get our way in from there. But did you see access point of where I might be able to access the systems and perhaps make these identifications for us, or at least get some security sites?
Was that the building with the windows that you were talking about?
The windows were on the train, I thought you were talking about.
I thought you said there was a building that was specifically like the employee entrance kind of
Oh,
thing.
it's built into the wall, the perimeter wall.
Which means there's probably
Okay.
computers there.
Yeah, probably.
Did you see perhaps a place where I might be able to access from there? Wires on wall or anything?
There was a building within the wall that was it had an access point, it looked like. I'm not for sure.
Single access point that was both the access and the exit.
Yeah.
Trespassing there probably would not be very good. We'd need to access best we can from a bit of distance. Was there another building nearby where I might be able to hack into it from a small gap?
Possibly from the employee entrance. Is that the same one that you're asking for, or are you asking for a different one? I'm sorry.
No, I'm more or less saying because I technically can hack things or slice things from like short
From a
distances
distance?
away. Yeah, from a distance.
You have to be like, you still have to be pretty close. though,
Pretty
right?
close to it, right?
Yeah. And this is likely a closed security system that operates based on its own.
Yeah, so I have to be able to be close up. And mind you, I don't even have the best hacking tools because we just haven't had an opportunity to spend money on that stuff yet.
I'm getting people saying, this is the second time I've seen it, Scott, that you're quiet compared to me and Pat.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense. I turn myself down because I'm naturally loud. I just turn myself back up a bit, and we can fiddle with this until we find the best spot. So let's try this one. That's half the distance from what I did before. Go ahead.
Me?
I don't know if I didn't get any intel on if there was any close computer systems that he would be able to hack in, was I?
Then perhaps what we need to do is have you act as a bit of sight. Watch my shoulder while I do the best I can to access the systems. We don't want people knowing that we're trying to do this before we even start.
Are you planning on getting in as close as you can? Because I kind of looks at himself. I kind of stand out a little bit.
Stand out on building.
I could do that.
Good.
Do you want me to cause a commotion, or do you want us to play this as...
Only cause commotion if I'm about to get caught, and that would be signal for me to fade away.
Okay.
Most people aren't really going to suspect a Cathar to walk around and hack into systems.
Okay. I can do that. I'm good at causing commotions.
The plan is to get close with him watching your back while you try and plug in near the wall or somewhere nearby.
Correct. But the question is, do we think, Mike, it would be better for us to do this during the day or at night? When is it more active?
It seems to be relatively equally active round the clock.
Okay.
Doesn't say-
I would lean to the shadows at nighttime then.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's spotlights and stuff out there, but
course.
you can maneuver around them. They're not full.
Everywhere is Times Square, New York City. I get that. But
Yeah,
there's
it's
still
Nar Shaddaa,
shadows.
dude. It's Nar
There's still
Shaddaa.
shadows.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
Well, no, well, we're right at that first hour break. So before we move on and actually perform the hacking and
The
watching,
hacking.
do you guys want to
everything.
like play? What's the plan after you hack? Then what?
Depends
that's
on if I'm able to figure things out. We're gonna break it and get the motherfucker.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
just gonna kind of like wing it from that point on.
Well, I mean, I honestly don't think there's much more planning we really need to do beyond what we've.
Well, I didn't know if you guys were gonna
based
try
off
and
the
like.
information, slightly more planning than act.
I thought you guys were gonna try and because leap the train, like catch it as it's leaving with him
No,
on
that's
it.
only if there was
I
no
would-
way for me to get us IDs, and then we're going Western style.
Okay, cool, gotcha. Oh, well, we'll see if we can get IDs then. Then when we start. All right,
Sometimes.
we'll be back in a few minutes.
All right, I want to start.
Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the subs, by the way. There's a lot of subs. We appreciate it. We appreciate
Thank you,
it.
chat.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you, Subway.
Thank you for making Scott re-roll and get the same thing.
Michael.
Hello, everybody. What's up? Welcome. I'm sorry, I'm petting Maya. I got distracted.
My
Unlike
cat's
Scott,
sleeping in her
I
bed
like
right now.
cats.
Mine has never fully stepped. Like it kind of like half walked in the door once. It was like no, and it ran off. And I put a gate there, and it's never come in.
Congratulations.
Yes, keep it out.
You have locked your cat out of your office.
That's right, and my dog most of the time too. But sometimes I let her ring. She's
Because you have a soft spot for that damn dog.
I just want to reduce the amount of dust that's going to settle in here. I want
That's
the
fair.
only dust in here to come from my scalp and my farts. That's it. That's the only dust I want.
Well, Kit, thanks for asking. Break was great. We're back. Well, the plan now is to head into to the prison then. From the ship, the both of you will head to the prison. Ideally with Bato kind of being like the watchdog, keeping an eye on Crosso. Crossa works his way up to the wall and tries to hack from there. Is that my understanding? Where do you want to go, Scott?
Yeah, exactly what you were just saying. Just kind of more or less hacking right outside that little entrance and a little employee area. If they have a terminal there that I can try to get a signal for that I can hack into, right? Because more or less I'm sending a
So you have to
signal
plug
in.
into it. You have to get up to the wall.
You don't always have to hard plug when you have slicer equipment. It all depends on the quality of my equipment versus the quality of theirs. Mine is not the top. It depends on the quality of theirs. It's up to you, man.
Mm-hmm. No.
You know, the moment you're gonna try, he's gonna throw a dark side point at you.
That's fine. I don't mind him doing that. You know what I mean?
Well, we got to make some stealth checks as you get up because, making your way up to the wall, while it's not difficult to see it and get to it, there is always a guard stationed on the outside and people that do come and go.
Uh-huh.
And so you wait till night
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, you wait till night as the sun falls and the only light on the city streets is the neon light, the spotlights that move across back and forth on the outside of the wall. And yeah, like it's, Scott tickling a homeless man behind him, kind of looks like that. And on the outside, you do see a human male guard wearing the uniform. It's like a bright, like blue with like neon green stripes down the arms and the legs that stick out, kind of like a jumpsuit.
With my triumph earlier, would I know the guards like routine? I want to say they're kind of like they're
with
the rotation, I guess, with what areas they guard
like
and
when
how
do they
long
shift?
they do.
When do they shift?
Shift, yeah,
like
the
a shift
thank you.
change.
Yeah.
You know what? For that specific information, I'll take another. Give me another. That's a perception check. Give me a perception check for that time while you were out warfaring. This is just something to kind of take note of while you're doing it. Again, 3 purple again.
3 purple.
Mm-hmm.
Also, how sloppy that is.
What does it look like when they do it?
Yeah,
like
how
how
sloppy or how
Yep.
tight it is.
Okay.
Perception is definitely not my best suit, but
You do you want to take that does that
I
strain?
get a strain. Yeah, I could take
Okay.
it.
While you're not entirely sure when they shift change, you know that the guard changed twice while you were doing it. You just don't know when or how.
Yeah, so
Okay.
it could be rotated throughout the week or whatever. Instead of have a set one every day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So first, Scott, you want to make an approach. There is a terminal that stands maybe a foot behind the guard that stands outside the door.
Yep.
There are spotlights over there, but you can get close enough where you could try and either get a signal or plug in. But you need to make me a stealth check. 2 of them, please.
All right, so you're saying that I do definitely have to plug in. I cannot.
You do have to get close. Yes.
My apologies. Plug in or close? There's a big
Close
difference.
enough where you need to make a stealth check to get close to
No,
it.
no, that's fine because it's going to change how I'm going to describe my approach. I'll make the check either way.
Okay.
Do I know how close?
You need to plug in is where I was going to go with it.
Oh, okay. My apologies. That's fine. That's fine. So I'll make my stealth check. What's the difficulty?
The first one is going to be against 2. You're simply trying to get slip between the spotlights for this first one before you need to worry about the actual guard's vision.
Cool. And then lastly, it's been a whole scene since we were here last. Yes. So
Yeah.
Can I roll cool to see if I reset some?
Yeah.
Cool.
Do you 2 have communicators?
We do. Yes.
I was gonna say, I think we have
Alright.
communicators to where I can give.
I was going to say, because you're specifically watching him from through your lens and in your sniper rifle or what have you, while you're maneuvering through the spotlights, you can get a you can get a blue die as he can communicate with you, like how quickly it's sweeping back and in good positions to kind of duck behind.
Would that be a reroll on his then? Well, that's
That's something different. That's not this. Yeah.
All right, so stealth against 2 purple, yes?
Against 2 purple, and you get a blue.
I triumphantly fail.
Yeah.
All right. You know what, Mike? I will allow you to take the narration on this one. I want to see what you do.
Basically, what happens is you get halfway. You weren't able to make it in one sweep. There was a miscall or misunderstanding. There was some static and interference from other waves and whatnot of from the actual prison itself and other people using technology. And so to not completely fuck it up, you stop halfway. You find a little hovel you can throw yourself under, like a little box or a group of a little pile of trash. And as the spotlight sweep over you, you basically just have to make the stealth check a second time.
So we are doing this at night, correct?
Yes, you are doing this at night. So you wait for them to pass by.
I thought it was. I just wanted to make sure. I was like, spotlight during the day. This would not make sense, but...
Yeah. So you basically have to throw yourself under some garbage. You wait for the okay from Bato, and that's when you make your roll again to get through.
So the triumph is more or less just you don't.
You just make it the roll.
Spot. Cool. All right, and do I get the blue die again?
Yep, you get the blue die again because he's still helping you.
All right, cool. And I will try this again. So I wait, and he's like, "Go!" And I'm just like sneaking out. Boom. I fail all of the advantage.
Oh my god!
That's so much advantage. I critically
What are you
going to
do with all that advantage?
I got to look at my chart for what I can do with all that advantage. Give me a moment. Spending advantage.
With that much advantage, you could probably bring Wade back from vacation.
Hey! All right, let's see. Negate enemy's defense, but ignore environmental penalties. Disable opponent piece of gear. Force target to drop something carried. Perform free maneuver. So I suppose 2 of them I want to spend to perform a free maneuver. So I'm trying to be smart. I'm trying to be smart here. I have to plug in, right? Mike, is it possible?
I've got a couple ideas, but if I'm curious where you're going.
Okay, so I want to make it possible that if this might not be possible, if I can more or less kind of go over there, and I'm not going to be able to stay there. There's no question about that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I can, as I'm going by, almost like plug in my hacking gear, my slicer gear, and like walk away and leave it there, but like maybe then use my my data pad with a penalty, of course, but use my data pad to then kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of like a network through to
kind of like breach the network.
Yeah, like kind of like to bridge the gap between like my data pad and that.
I see what you're saying. I just failed to see how that has to do with failing a stealth roll.
Because he notices me. Oh shit. Okay, so.
So here's what I'll throw you were my 2 options. One, with that much advantage, you get set back and you have to just do it all over again. Or
at a harder difficulty.
Or you're about to get seen. Yeah, at a harder difficulty, absolutely. Or you're about to get seen, but the advantage means Bato shoots out a light, so the alarms go off, but they don't know you're there.
No, I wouldn't shoot unless Cross tells me to. Yeah.
Unless we can come up with a better idea as well, collaboratively. For a failure with a 6 advantage.
I think the reset with the harder difficulty is penalty enough.
Yeah, I honestly
because knowing Scott, he's gonna fail again.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you get sent back again, and so sure, the difficulty gets bumped up to 3.
Okay, sure. What I'm going to do to try to circumvent that difficulty of 3, because that's a lot of advantage, is I'm going to try to deceptions and make it seem like I happen to just be an intoxicated person stumbling by.
One of the many crowd who might get shouted at occasionally to you're getting too close, get away, get away.
Yeah, that kind of a thing. And give myself, of course, a blue die because, I have all that advantage.
Yeah.
While I see him doing this, Bato's just gonna come into the communication, just being like, "You're making real good work of them noticing you. Do you want me to give off a warning shot? Give you some cover here?"
I say nothing in response, which I hope is a response enough. And then, what is my deception roll, Mike?
Deception roll? I thought you were trying to re-stealth.
No,
he's gonna try to act like a drunk person.
Yeah, I got that, but I thought that was just like you were giving yourself a blue out of that.
No, that way I don't have to increase the difficulty of my
No, you're just getting an additional blue because of go fudge yourself. I was like, wait, what is happening right now? You're trying to smooth talk me out of the.
Is it 3? 3 then?
Yes, it's 3 purple. Yes. I was like, wait, where are we going? I don't understand where you're leading me right now, Scott, but I can feel myself being led somewhere.
Too many years DMing you, huh?
Yeah. You were only my DM for 20 years.
Only.
I'm going to exert myself, take one strain.
Take another
and roll
strain.
an
What's your strain
upgrade.
at now? My God, Scott. Ha!
Strain's just at 4. God damn it.
I'm
Can
having
I-
flashbacks to the barn heist part where you were shooting at the truck and you just kept missing.
Can I just roll just a stealth just to see? Just
Please do. I just want to see.
I don't want to look.
I mean,
I don't have the. He has two yellows.
he
so
gets
I
2
have
yellows
4 green.
and 2 blues. And
Oh,
I'm
he
not
had 2
using them.
blues. Oh,
Yeah,
hold
he's
on,
getting
let-
2
let-
blues, one from you, one from his advantages. So, Scott,
Let me just root. There we go. Okay, I wanted just to see that as
I bet
possible.
if I re-rolled again, but I can't because I don't want to screw things up at the moment. So.
with those 3 advantages, I say you just get another chance, but you don't get to add an additional blue on top of it.
Oh God.
So you just get Bato's blue.
I'm not going to upgrade again because he cannot. We have a last stitch if we need
But
to.
we got to call it at some point. At some point, you fail so many times. How? How? I quit, dude. I don't want to do this anymore. This is insane. How? How are you rolling failure after failure?
Because in Maggie's game, I just am success. I am success incarnate.
I think we should call Wade and show him the. Hold on, let me. Where's my phone?
Go ahead.
Let
Get
me-
Wade on the phone. We need to. Is he busy right now? What is he doing?
Hold on. Let me just text him a picture of Scott's rolls here and just tell him how well D&D's going tonight.
Well, there's no advantages anymore. There's there's just.
I just fell.
It's a fail. It's a straight binary fail, which is even harder to roll in this game.
Lead the way,
Scott,
sir.
I have to admit, it's just impressive.
Yeah, I know.
It's just, I don't understand.
If you understood how on what's it called, Hammer and Sickle, or whatever that game is called, the Warhammer game. If you understand how powerfully I succeed nonstop, I'm like, oh, I'm rolling 4 dice. I get 7 successes. Things like that. It would hurt you.
From Bato's perspective,
As I see you kind of fail again, I'm gonna ask just again. I will ask, hey, do you? I'll just throw up on the communicator, and I'll just say, are you sure you don't want me to cause a distraction for you?
as you go to say that, because you see him about to mess up, you almost stun him, and he takes a moment, and that's right when the spotlight sweeps by, but this time it doesn't sweep over him because he is standing out in the open and it locks. And then another one with the second one beams down on him. Now 2 giant lights are blinding you, and you can hear
As I see that,
sounds
as I
like distant alarms starting to go off.
Remember,
As I see the
just
light,
a
the
guitar.
first light go over him
know.
as the second one going over him, about
Yeah.
to. Can I try to shoot the lights?
Oh, I mean, you're welcome to. Nothing else has happened yet. Simply the lights have locked onto him. That is all.
Oh, no alarms have gone off?
Not immediately.
Not immediately? Okay, so before the second one hits him, can I try to shoot both lights?
You're welcome to. If you want to take the fire at the first one, are you going to take aim and just spend the whole term aiming at the thing?
No.
You just want to pop a shot?
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
You are in what is considered where you are
Extreme
from
range,
the light.
right?
I was to say probably extreme range from where you are.
Yeah.
Does your gun
I
reach
would
that?
have to say if it's not extreme, I'd be shocked.
Okay.
I have, I believe, a passive. I think it's a passive.
The
it's
extreme
called
is 4 purple.
Sniper shot.
Is that how far he is extreme range?
From him standing on a
my
building,
rifle-
distance back to the nearest spotlight, it's like extreme.
My rifle can hit long range, but I have a active
Yes.
skill called sniper shot.
Yes.
Before making a non-thrown range attack, I can hit past one band.
And that's it.
Correct.
That brings you to extreme.
So-
But to do that, I believe you upgrade the difficulty, meaning you turn not only is it 4 purple, it's 4 purple with an upgrade, which is 3 purple and a red.
Yeah,
Upgrade the
3
difficulty of the attack by 1 per range band increase.
Correct. So
Yep.
you flick it to 4 purple,
So-
and then you flick it to 1 red.
You need to shoot.
Don't forget to take aim, which is going to give you an upgrade and a blue die on your attack side. Okay, you can do
So
that.
4 purple and 1 red. Is that right?
So it's
3
4
purple and
It's 4
3
purple
purple.
and an upgrade.
Oh,
so which is
okay.
3 purple and a red.
Yeah, but there's a reason why you do it that way because how math works out.
Oh,
Wait, I
well,
need to do
yeah, on the
4
thing, you
purple?
just on the sheet, yeah, Scott's right. Put 4 purple and then put upgrade 1.
Okay, and then I get a blue die?
You get a blue die and an upgrade 1 for the left side as well. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And then now I just hit my my blaster rifle.
Yep. Your attack roll. Yep. Let's see how it goes, sir. Really?
Oh,
Come
wow,
on!
you
Come on!
triumph!
Why is he that amazing? Why is he that amazing? And I just
Because
and
I'm
he's like,
good.
oh my god!
Not only did he triumph, but he was rolling against 3 purple
Pat,
and
I'm a
red,
little-
not
I'm a
just
little
3
jealous.
purple.
Pat, I'm a little jealous. Okay, listen, I'm jealous of your amazingness.
And so,
I'm here to keep you safe.
what
friend.
ends up
I
happening
appreciate it. I'm
with a
just
triumph?
jealous.
With that,
Is-
am I able to go ahead? Go ahead.
I'll tell you,
I'll-
and then if you have something else you want to add, you're
Go for
welcome
it.
to. What ends up happening is you see the first light, you see Cross about to F up, and that first light skins, touches him, and locks on. And you see the second light about to approach. And as it's about to hit, you quickly, without even saying, you cut the comms, you just shoulder your gun. You can hear your blaster rifle powering up, the energy cells whirring and heating up. You take that first shot. Before the second light even hits, you see sparks and a small puff of an explosion as the light goes out. And you just kind of cock the blaster back. You wheel it over to the right a little bit. And before long, you're able to get another shot off and you take out that second light as it only lingered on Crossa for so long, allowing Crossa to get a stealth roll against 2 purple, and you get an additional blue for it now being dark instead of being blinded, which you were going to get a black for.
I'm gonna say as I shoot the
trained
second
for
one,
an
I'm
auto
gonna
success.
as I shoot the second one, I'm gonna say you have very limited time.
That's
Go.
true. You know there'll be backup lights brought online.
As that's happening, I'm gonna move if I can. Not like this is just gonna be out of game. It's not gonna make a huge difference, but I'm gonna try to move to like a different location, as I'm sure they're gonna try to like combat where I shot that.
You know, as the camera is in kind of hold focus with you in the center of the screen, we see the city sprawled behind you. We just see, I hate you. We'll get to you in a minute. We just see Bato lower the rifle, say what he says, and we see him drop off a little bit with the wind whips up his cape. As we go to Crossa, who is going to stealth further, he gets the second roll, and he somehow fails.
I imagine.
This was
wait,
such
wait,
a cool.
Okay,
you know,
hold
this
on,
whole
hold on.
mission was
I
like
have-
such a
This
cool,
game's
so
stupid.
cool in my head. I was like, they're gonna do a prison break. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be so
it's
much
half
fun.
cool right now.
It's half cool right now.
So
The other half is like freaking
question.
Dumb and Dumber.
Question: with me doing that, would he be able to get maybe a little bit of an upgrade because they're not really focused on
You
him
rolling
anymore?
a triumph gave him another opportunity to roll stealth when he was caught.
Okay,
That's what your
that's fair.
triumph did.
I'm just gonna kill the guy. There's no lights left anyways. I just gotta kill that. I gotta slit his throat. I just gotta kill the guy. That's
You're
all
welcome
option
to.
left. I gotta kill the guy.
All right, come on,
for
because
it.
you
Okay,
still
go
ran
on.
forward. You still
Okay.
ran.
Get out of the alley! Come on. Now, I want to ask.
can
as
I was a
fail.
homeless guy on
Yeah,
the streets.
you'll be
okay,
there after
I was,
this
I was
job.
lying in the streets, a homeless guy getting waiting.
I do wanna-
Bato is either the worst Mandalorian or a sentimental protagonist if he keeps you around after this.
Now, I do want to like kind of, and I'm pushing the thought. I did move location, as I'm sure they're gonna track where that shot came from.
Oh yeah. That's what I said. Like the camera sees you, you say what
And
you say as you're
whip
lowering
my
your
cape,
rifle.
and that's what. Okay.
Yeah, you jump off and you're moving positions. You're
Okay.
repositioning.
I still want to
yourself.
stay, maybe even get a little bit closer to where I'm just long range, but
Sure.
not. I would like to find cover. Do I have to do any search perceptions for any
That's
of that?
what a
or-
warfare check is for. But if we're going to be operating on initiative, we need to start rolling some initiative.
I want to kill that bitch. I mean,
Well, I imagine the stealth check, Scott, was you moving forward. So you move forward one way or another. The guard just sees you.
Yeah.
that's fine. Len, I'm going to roll.
That's fine.
cool, or, no,
I don't
vigilant
care.
or cool. What am I rolling? What's my initiative? I suppose vigilant because none of us were prepared for this. Yeah, I'm gonna roll vigilant. I'm gonna roll vigilance. It's clear. Don't forget to go to the combat page, Mr. Batao. Vigilance roll. Go.
But how?
Oh, I roll well there. Good job. Oh, I'm not supposed to have that.
Am I
blue
just
die.
rolling?
I'm just going to roll one for right now.
Mike, I'm not supposed to have a blue die, am I?
No, or roll against purples.
Yeah, okay. I'm just done.
I'm sorry. Where do I roll for initiative again?
Under the
I'm
combat page, make sure you have nothing marked on your character sheet. No upgrades.
Oh, just
or
vigilance,
downgrades.
right?
Correct. No upgrades or downgrades. Nothing.
Correct.
Oh, I do have upgrades.
Oh, that's still better. Oh, me duele cabeza.
Wait, why did I roll with a black die?
I don't
Weird.
know, dude. I don't
Try that
know.
again.
I'm not here to judge.
Try again.
Yeah, I'll delete you.
Thanks.
And go. Oh, well, he goes first. So,
All right,
what is new? I haven't acted yet. I'm clearly not taking aggressive action yet.
Yeah, no. So he actually doesn't attack you right away, even though it's his turn. He actually lifts up he kind of holsters his blaster rifle that was hanging by a strap around his chest, and he brings it forward, and he flicks a flashlight on, and he just starts walking forward. And it doesn't take long before the flashlight hits you before you're able to even hide again. But you're pretty close. Like, he's not far from the wall. You actually moved up like a ranged band or two because you failed your stealth check. And he simply, as he levels the sights on you, he's like, hold it there. Do not move. Hands where I can see him. And that'll be his turn. PC2 is either Scott or Pat. Cross or Bato, who wants to take the slot.
I will give it to Krasa because this is interesting.
I am going to try to persuade him.
Okay.
Charm
Persuade against
or deceive. Which one do you think is more?
Well, it depends on what you want to say, I guess.
Yeah, it depends on what you're
it's
doing.
just one of those like.
Are you trying to take him out to dinner, or are you?
It's like those.
I came here to see if you're free later, Chris. What do you?
I came for snake. Give me snake. No. So I say, I am not sure what is going on here, but I can assure you, I am not a part of it. And I'm gonna kind of like look around, like for where that blast of fire kind of came.
I guess it's more like of a deception roll than a coercion. roll.
Yeah,
Not
I would
really.
say that's very deception.
Yeah. So it's going to be against 3 purples. He's already on alert.
Sure.
I will use a dark side point to give you all a light side point back
Just do what? Do it.
and upgrade the difficulty.
Not downgrade my skill, just upgrade the difficulty. Of
Yeah, upgrade the
course.
difficulty.
Of course, it's gonna be the first time we roll on what you're calling.
All right, Jack, are we ready?
Why would he downgrade the skill?
Yeah, why would I
Once-
make you
once
roll less?
per
I would
session-
prefer a red die in the mix.
Once per session, I
Uh-huh.
can have a stroke of genius.
Where is this?
Make one skill check using intellect rather than the characteristic linked to that skill.
Okay.
So I am going to have a stroke of genius. with
Yeah,
my
that's
deception.
fine. You know the
I
right
swear
words
to
to
God,
say. The perfect
you-
words.
If you fail this, I'm taking my next shot at you. I'm
Okay,
not.
roll. So not only am I doing that, I'm also going to suffer a strain. Oh god, this hurts. To what's the word I'm looking for? Make this a crap. I'm trying to look for the quick phrasing here. To make this intense focus, so I can upgrade this skill check. Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna get myself an upgrade. Do I have any blue dice for any reason whatsoever? No.
No.
What was the purple dice before the upgrade?
It was 3. Because it said he's already on alert.
Don't worry, I passed mine. You should be able to get it too, man.
Oh, wrong one. I gotta do down here and upgrade this one here. There we go. Here we go. Oh god. I'm so afraid right now. I'm gonna roll now. Okay, here we go.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh!
Oh! Yes!
A triumphant success.
Oh!
I'm shocked you didn't fuck with him with the threat that you said that you were gonna give him later. I wasn't gonna say shit until he rolled. He needed something. That's your first success of the night.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. We gotta.
I even failed my hype train reroll.
That's right. Where's the? It's not been 2 hours yet. The hype train hasn't reset. You're safe.
All right, so thank God. So Mike, I would rather not take that as strain if you can use it narratively, but it's entirely up to you.
I mean, there's a few ways I could think of using it. I'll hang on to it.
Okay.
So you say, I'm sorry. So my apologies. What do you say to this guy?
More or less, I can assure you I'm not a part of this. This isn't me whatsoever. And then to draw his attention upwards, I look up to where the shots came from.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. So
But
he will.
With my triumph, do you want to use that? You want me to use it? I'm fine.
If you have something, I mean, the rules say if the player has an idea you want to narrate, I was going to say he simply just will look up.
Yeah. I would say my narration would be if while he's looking up distracted, I take that quick step forward. It's dark. He can't see me anyways. This is where I'm going to plug in my whole kit there. Like literally plug in the kit there, get it all kind of like tucked to the side so he won't be able to see it anyways. And then just make sure I link, if it's allowed, my data pad to it so I can do it from, I imagine nearby, but
I mean, you're having him look up. How much are you looking to get done while he's like
literally
gawking?
just kind of like, because I already had the stuff kind of ready, you know, in my pack, right? But ready.
Sure.
So just kind of come over and just like hook it and tuck it, and then.
I'm down with that. I'm down with the hook and tuck because he'll look up you do that, and then he'll look back as you step back in like the perfect timing. And he looks to you and he's like,
Being
well,
way too nice to this.
well,
It's a triumph and my finally 4 successes.
and then he says to you after that, yeah, we did a triumph of 4 successes. He's like, but whatever, the something shot the blasters, something shot the lights out, and you're here. So whether you're innocent or not, we're gonna take your prints, get you ID'd, put you in the system in case something comes up later. And he's like, come with me.
I say to him, perfect.
And he kind of gets next to you and kind of shoves the gun in your back and gets you to move. And he's going to bring you in. Bato, it goes to your turn. That was his turn.
He's taking me away from it. Can't he just take my prints from here?
No, he's bringing you inside to get your picture
You're going
taken.
to jail for terrible rolls tonight.
Bato,
I can't
you move, so I need a perception check from you first.
Well, I was gonna say, would I have heard any of this on his comms, or is it like a push
Unless
to
he turned it
activate?
on. Not unless he was like talking into the comm on purpose.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I can't have an open comm.
Okay.
It's a walkie-talkie.
Perception against what?
This is because you're on the move. 3 purple.
Swear to God, I need to get better perception.
Okay, you keep moving. Warfare check.
Against.
This is against 2 purple. 1 purple. Sorry. This is because you're familiar with this territory already. You've already scouted this place out. So you're able to find another place that's a good distance from where you fired your first shots, and that has still an equally good view onto the landscape before. As you look down, you actually can see through the scope of your gun with a heat signature, Krasa being taken, walked in toward the building, with the guard behind him. The guard doesn't have the gun pointed up against his back, but he's holding it like this and just kind of
like aim,
ushering him in toward the building, more or less. Yep.
I'm just gonna silently to myself just take in the Geralt and just like, fuck.
Well, it's going to go to his turn next. In his turn, he's just going to walk all the way to the door, basically close the 2 range bands in and then just make his way to the door.
To end my turn, can I just be at ready sniper aim?
Well,
Not,
yeah,
I guess
imagine you can
aim.
Yeah, you can take aim next turn.
Okay,
You'll be
that's
fine.
I don't really have
next?
anything to
Scott,
shoot right
do you
now,
go
so.
okay, well, goes to the PCs next. Who wants that first slot? Because Crosser, you're just being walked in.
Yeah, he's walking me in. I guess if I'm gonna go, because we both get to act, right? So if I'm gonna go first, I think I want him to go first because if he's gonna take an aggressive action, I want him to do it first.
Right now, it just seems like he just wants to take you to go get your prints done and stuff like that. It doesn't seem very hostile at all. That's why I didn't take a shot at anybody because it's.
So do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first. Go first.
Okay, then what I would like to do with my
after.
action is to look around and see if there is a any form of like cameras or anything like that might be watching this particular area. And if there are cameras, if they look like ones that might have decent night or infravision or anything like that, as opposed to just typical
Perception check against 1 purple.
1 purple. Purple.
Purple people eater.
People. Hey, I'll take that as strain back.
As expected, the door that he's leads you up to has a single. It's not a camera per se, as that little eyeball security thing that shoots out the wall. And it's like,
I hate that goddamn
yeah,
thing.
and it goes, flip, and it like, and he holds something up to it, And then it
It
says
has an
something in
AI,
gibberish.
so it has more than just one spectrum of sight.
So yeah, it just and then it pulls back in, and then you hear like noise, and the door slides open. Shink, and he is gonna. That's you guys end there on this turn. You don't get brought until next turn,
Okay, that's fine. So
and then it goes to Bato after that.
I'm not going to do it now that I know that it's kind of clear or whatever. I won't say anything. I mean, it's not clear. I won't do anything.
He's not invisible range for me, right?
He
I'm
is
sure he's inside of a building.
No, not
We haven't
yet.
walked
He's
in
not.
yet.
You haven't walked in yet. He's still outside.
So
He's still,
I'm watching this all.
Yeah, he's still in extreme range.
Okay. God. Would I be able to
Basically,
roll for
if you
perception to?
You can still
Yeah.
shoot him if you want.
Yeah, I was like, you could shoot him before he opens the door, technically. But the security would see it.
How loud is our communicators? Would he be able to hear?
I mean-
It's a walkie-talkie. It
Yeah.
will be heard.
Scott's Crosses is just like a little cylinder walkie-talkie.
If you shot at him, it would be a shot from the dark. If you spoke to me, it would be me colluding.
Well, my thought is if I were to ask you to make a head nod, if you want me to take him out,
He would hear it.
you would hear it.
He would absolutely hear her. So what would Bato do? What would the Mandalorian, who's seeing his friend after all the botched things that happened, being brought in to the police by this guy? You have no idea what's going on.
It's
You're
not
hearing
going
convers-
according to plan. So
Not at all. That's for sure.
I would probably aim and shoot at him.
Then let's see it. Gotta stay in character. Make the character decision.
Which is why I said fuck in the last one, is I didn't want to shoot him.
So he's gonna be at extreme range. So it's gonna be 3 purple and a red again.
No, would he still be at extreme even though I moved closer? I did say I would move up to long range.
You did actually specify he would be in long range because you moved up to long range.
Which is why I said,
I
did I
forgot
need
that
to
you
roll-
specified.
If I needed to roll for perception to find a rock or something to kind of like
No, you got plenty of
because that was
building.
my okay. So shooting in long range, and I wanted to take aim last time. Does that count towards this?
You take aim on this one. Just burn a little strain.
Is it 1 strain?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I forget that I could do that. Yeah, I'll burn a strain to aim. Or I think it's
Shoot.
deadly accuracy. Is that no? It's true aim. So once per round, true aim maneuver to gain benefits of aiming and upgrade combat check once per rank of true aim. So does that give me a blue, or does that just give me an
Gives you a
upgrade?
blue and an upgrade, sir.
Cool. Okay, what is my what am I shooting against?
Long range.
3 purple, sir.
3 purple. Okay.
It's dark, but your goggles get rid of the black
Correct.
dice.
I really just want to make sure I hit.
You have a light side point. I use the dark side.
What are you rolling right now? Aren't you rolling 3 yellows and a green?
I think so. Yeah, I should hit.
Yeah, that's pretty good odds. I mean, you failed, but with lots of so you could do a lot of things. with
Yeah, there's a
that.
lot of things you can do other than kill him.
So
Yeah.
the 3 advantage alone can make him drop his gun, and you can make miracles happen with that triumph.
Where's the advantage threat sheet?
But you could shoot the gun out of his hands, and that would
Yeah,
be
I
a
was gonna say,
sign
can I-
enough.
But
Can I
that doesn't even include the triumph. What's
The
that? say?
triumph, I can add a difficulty dice to the enemy's next attack. Reduce 1 difficulty die from an ally's check. Do something vital to change the scene.
Yep. So you can make.
The
him
eye
drop his
already
weapon.
retracted, correct?
Well, what are you looking to do, Mr. Triumphant? Slightly.
I want to say, I want to do 2 things. One,
Yeah.
I would like to possibly shoot, aiming to hit the guy, miss triumphantly, and accidentally hit the eyeball, and sparks fly, causing, I don't want to say blindness, but kind of like, kind of
Like
a
a
thing to the guy.
flashbang goes off.
Yeah, kind of like
Okay.
just how like you shoot, I don't know, something
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Star Wars, just kind of a thing.
Yeah. It would also affect Crossa though,
So that adds a difficy to whatever his next check is. No, you
or
just
or
say
a
the
couple black
sparks-
die, either or.
Yeah,
It would
just to hit
vitally
them.
change the scene.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. And what was the
Well,
second thing
you
you
too,
wanted
but
to do?
you've got pretty good senses for.
I think that
Cat
is
folk.
everything, Mike.
What was that?
That is everything.
Oh, I thought he
Triumph-
said he wanted to do 2 things. My bad. I
Triumph, he
misunderstood.
misses the guy and hits the robot, and
Yeah,
the,
right. And
the
blind.
advantage is
That-
it blinds.
Oh, you want to use the I see. I thought
Yeah.
that was all part of the Triumph thing. No, that's cool.
So
That's a
that
great
would be
idea
both
with me.
if that's cool. If again, my aim is to hit the guy. I kind of skew over his shoulder, missing it, but hitting the eyeball messenger thing. I forget
Yep.
what they're called.
Yeah.
But hitting that instead, like Oh, well, I
and
guess
it
that
blinds
works.
him. So that's exactly what happens. You're able to line up a shot. You see it pop out before he's able to actually get a full scan. You have to kind of hold your breath for a minute, just wait one heartbeat, and then you pull the trigger between the blaster bolt flies out, collides with it. Scott Cross is caught off guard completely, as is this guy, as this thing just sparks and explodes, lights you all up just for a half a second. Like I said, like you said, upping the difficulty of the next attacks for both of you on the next round.
Hold on. It says,
You want a reflex? There's no
it
reflex
says,
in this game.
add 1 difficulty die to an enemy's next check. I am his friend.
You're right. I
am
mean,
his
you're
friend.
right. You're
I'm
right.
always right,
You're
Michael.
right. You're right. Just in time, Cross is able to kind of throw his arms up and block it as he hears the shot, already knowing that Bato was once taken that shot. So he's able to block his eyes just in time, just hurting him on the next one.
I swear, with the rolls you've gotten tonight, Mike has been very generous to you.
Well, the thing is, you have, on the other hand, rolled exceptionally well to the point where you
when have I rolled badly in this campaign?
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a point where it's just like, well,
Like, yes, I didn't hit what I was aiming to hit, but I triumphantly missed, causing, again, Crosser to hopefully do something well here.
it's true.
Sir.
All right. Well, he's going to turn around and take now just start taking shots. He's at this point convinced that,
Did I effectively destroy the scanner?
as far as you know, like you don't know
Okay,
off the top of your head
okay.
though, and it's not quite sure.
It
He
wasn't
turns around.
my intent.
He's going to shoot at you within engaged range, which he just goes against 2 purple,
Was
right?
shooting
For
at
that.
me?
Yeah.
I didn't even do anything.
He's just convinced now at this point. You were there when the lights went out, and now you're there when this thing's getting
I'm
shot.
in front of him being let in and shots. I mean, okay, that's fine.
Hey, it just means he's convinced you're not alone.
That's fine. That's fine.
Was it just against 2 purple, right? If you're shooting and engaged?
Actually, no.
He gets-
2 purple plus what is he holding for a weapon?
Heavy blaster pistol.
Oh, heavy's one-handed, right?
One-handed.
So that's
That's what I built him, even
that's-
though I described him as holding a rifle.
So
The
that's
character
just
shoots
plus
his pistol.
1 more purple then, I believe.
Okay, 3, and then he's gonna get upgraded difficulty because he's
If it
blinded.
was a rifle, it'd be 2 more. Yeah.
Yeah, all right, and he's gonna get a
Hold
shot
on.
against
Plus
you, but he's
one,
not
so
gonna
that's-
use a dark side
So it's
point.
4 purple he's going against?
3 and an upgrade, so 2, right?
No, not an upgrade. Increased difficulty is what his triumph did.
Oh, so
4
4.
purple.
Yep, 4
Yep.
purple.
And I technically my defense is 0. Never mind. Go ahead.
Okay. Just want to make sure I've got this guy's skills properly laid out because he's not that great. He's okay. 2 green. All right, here comes the roll. Skill gunnery. That's not what I want. No, hang on. This is wrong.
Good.
The damage should not be that high. Or that.
Because it's a blaster rifle for Bato. What are you talking about? Oh,
it's like it's damage 9. I'm like, no.
for a
That's not right.
blaster, a heavy blaster.
I think it's
pistol is
5.
7?
I think it's flat 5.
I think it's 7 for a heavy blaster.
It still was wrong either way. I'll put it as 7.
I think it's.
I
7.
fucking miserably failed.
Of course you
Wait,
did.
what? The fuck? Why is it red? No, that's wrong.
Yeah, because I told you it's not an upgrade.
Yeah, no, I know. I thought I fixed it.
4 purple. Oh,
I thought I fixed it.
well, you fucked up. You
Well,
done
I'm
fucked up.
sorry I fucked up. I'm
You done
trying my
fucked up.
best.
You're doing your best.
I'm trying.
He's gonna re-roll and he's gonna triumphantly explode me.
Hell yeah, triumph. Damn it.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I want him to succeed and hit me because I can't do anything against that. However, that the blast or whatever, because he's just kind of like aiming so wildly,
Yep.
he actually falls prone.
With my 3 disadvantage?
Correct. I'm using the 3 threat to make him fall prone.
That's something you can do?
Yes, when you roll threat, I decide how they're spent.
I thought he just No, stop.
I'm 100%. When I roll threat, you decide how they're used. When I roll advantage, I decide how I
No, they
use
just
them.
get used. They just get taken as damage if they're minions, or the other one they take damage
We
as well.
can choose for them to take strain. We can choose.
We
that.
need an official
Yeah, wait.
here.
Can you
Hold
refer
on.
me to the page in the book that this is written?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Go right ahead and look it up. Go
Okay.
right ahead and look it up.
What am I? Is it just under strain?
Yeah.
How do I not know this?
Wait, dude. When you roll the dice, you get to.
I know
spend-
what you're saying.
And then whoever you're rolling against gets to spend the threat. Now, if he was not rolling against me in an attack roll, if he was rolling against the door, I don't get to decide that. But he's rolling against me. I get to decide. Just like you do.
I think we need to call Wade.
Can someone get Wade in here, please?
Excuse me. I know the rules. Thank you very much.
Yeah, but even when I played before, that is not something we've ever done.
It is something we've done. It's something I definitely did do with my previous
Yeah, you said
character.
I'm
My previous character.
just gonna say okay for now, and I'll look it up later. I'm not gonna waste time looking it up right
That's
now.
okay. Memitan will correct you later on. Mem, light him up.
Light him up like he's your personal soldier. Light him up, mem.
If anything, he would be more in your court. Mem is just a troll. He's just a terrible troll.
Terrible troll.
It's so funny. So many mods on my channel have recently like timed him out and like temp banned him and stuff like that because they didn't know who he was yet, and they were like, like he's really mean. I was like, no, that's just a troll. He's cool. Makes me happy.
All right. Well, he falls prone. That's fine. Then he goes prone.
That's right. He does. Bitch.
Wade is gonna be back next week, and you're gonna get what's coming.
Wade. Yeah, Wade, because he's coming back.
I got you.
My turn.
Well, that was his turn. So, yep.
Is it my turn? Go ahead.
You got shot though. You took damage.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. It was 7, correct?
Yeah.
My apologies. And my
8 technically because he succeeded once.
You are actually correct on that one. So I took 5, which is not small.
No. You just get blasted in the gut as he throws his hands up and blinded. He lets go of his blaster rifle and just quickly pulls his blaster pistol, takes a blind shot, hits you just in the gut.
Attacking a prone target, I actually don't remember. I believe it just gives me
Doesn't it just knock the difficulty down to 1?
I actually thought it gave me a boost die. That one I'm not entirely sure on. Give me 1 second. Prone. Yeah, melee attacks gives me a blue die. Yep. Okay. So I am going to do that. Add a blue die, and I'm going to step up and attack him. He is engaged, so that's 2 purple. I am not very good at these kind of attack rolls. Let me just look at my skill real quick.
I can be very mean with things I say, but I'll hold my.
Say it, Pat.
I'm going to upgrade my.
Go ahead and go first.
Oh God, I wish I hadn't done that already. I'm gonna
I'm bad at that roll, but so far I haven't seen any rules.
I'm gonna upgrade my.
Wait,
strain.
what? I was looking up rules, looking at chat. What did I miss?
Okay, I'm gonna upgrade I'm gonna take a strain to upgrade my attack roll. I'm gonna spend a dark side to downgrade the difficulty from 2 purple to 1.
But you use a dark. You mean you use a light side?
You know
Yeah,
what
you
I'm
use a light
saying.
sign.
All right, now I'm gonna do it. Oh God, please don't suck, Scott. Here we go.
If you suck here, I'm leaving. I'm shooting
We're
and
going
killing
to
you.
break.
Next.
Suck
We're
your
going to
eye
break if
waving.
you fail.
Thank God.
I mean, how
Thank
could you
God.
fail that? Oh my God.
That is the
4,
second.
5, 6. You do 7 damage to him. Just ripping at his throat. I'm assuming you going in with your claws.
Yeah, my claw dagger actually.
Okay, hang on.
Protostis Cathar dagger.
Oh, you're going with the dagger.
Yeah,
With
'cause
the-
it's one
with
more
the
damage.
7
expensive
damage.
dagger.
You just very silently and very quickly just pierce his throat. He gurgles a little bit as his eyes go wide, and then very quickly and quietly goes silent as you have this body that just kind of lying in front of you.
Take his clothes.
The dagger.
Just become a Cathar guard. They won't know.
Yeah, they won't know.
So honestly, now that that's done, now that he's dead, and the door, did it open yet or no?
No, it
No,
was
the
in the
door-
process of retracting, I believe, is what Mike said.
Ooh, is that thing, the eye thing,
correct.
still dangling there?
Oh yeah, it's dangling in like by a wire, exploded, charged.
By a wire? Perfect. I grab it with a free hand.
By
I
a
sever
wa-
that wire. And I'm gonna run over. And I'm gonna run away with it.
Okay, you do. You hack that thing off, and you just kind of like shove it under. Where do you go?
Do I
He
have?
leaves the area. He's just gone now. That's what he wanted.
No, I don't know if I have enough
I got
time.
my shiny.
Precious. I don't know if I want to. If I have enough time to. Yeah, I should probably try to get my.
I'll do the rest of the mission of what we're here to do.
No, I'm gonna leave my hacking stuff there. I'm gonna leave my slicer gear there. Because I tucked it away. I kind of hid it a little bit.
You're not that far from it, right?
No, but I need to be able to come back and access it again.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of run, I don't know, around a corner, kind of out of sight
Yep.
for a moment. And ooh.
Once
So
you
sorry.
guys move out of sight, and as you run away, and okay,
Sorry, this guy. What is he wearing?
like I said, the jump uniform, like the jumpsuit uniform. It's blue
It's
with
green and
neon
blue, I
green
think.
stripes down
Yeah,
his
Helmet
arms.
or no?
No helmet.
Head comms or no?
Oh, no head comms.
Does he have a comm on his side?
Do you want to pat him down? Do you want to like go through whatever pockets you can find?
I'll cup him.
Perception check.
I'll do it quickly. So I don't know. I don't
Just
know
one perp.
I'm going to try to do it quickly. I don't know if you want to upgrade the difficulty.
Okay, go ahead,
or-
go ahead and go and make it 2 then. If you're gonna do it as fast as you can.
Yeah, the nice quick pat down.
There's not that many pockets to go through, so.
That's fine. Where is perception? Bam. Hey.
Okay. You actually are able to pull a loose. You quickly patting him down. You pull a loose comms unit out of his pocket.
Awesome. Comm in one hand, and dagger away. Comm in one hand, thing in the
That
other.
thing in the
hand.
other, and you run off.
Yep.
As you make your way away from it, as you kind of the outskirts of it all, you can hear alarms starting to go off, and you can see one spotlight from a different angle, a little bit further inside of the prison, hitting the area, sweeping back and forth. Do you leave the body there? I'm assuming you don't try to drag it off.
Yeah, that's going to be too heavy for somebody of my brawn.
So eventually, the spotlight does sweep over the body and locks. The two of you are going to re-meet together, presumably. You have comms units, you can talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually you can get together at a nearby alleyway where there's minimal people or people that can spook them off with enough guns, and you get a moment to chat with each other. But now the prison is definitely on alert.
Of course it is, because I suck.
The rolls were great.
Yeah, great. Awesome. Thanks, Mike. Shut up.
How's it, Mike? What do you mean, thanks, Mike? I didn't
RRP
roll
time.
that
It's
badly.
RRP time.
I was
Okay?
gonna say he was
It's
very
our
kind
time.
and gave you a lot of
No,
rerolls.
no, listen. It's time for in-game chatter.
So sorry. Take it away.
We meet up with one another. And we succeeded, so we get paid. So I don't know what you say as we kind of meet up with. I don't know. Where do you want to meet up there?
I was gonna say, what the hell was that?
Maybe even just back to the ship. Like you both split up, amicably.
I don't know
Kind
if
of
we
you
wanna
hear
go
the
all way
alarms
back
in the
to ship. It
background.
might be too far back.
It is a good distance away.
Yeah, I don't know if we want to go all the way
Yeah,
back to
no,
the ship.
I imagine
Halfway
imagine
point
we're
or
back at like, I don't know, not the same. Was it
There's a
canteen?
hole in the wall cantina that you find.
Yeah, I was gonna say just some crap cantina.
It's got like
that's
3 people in it, and with an intimidation check against a 1 purple Bato, feel free.
Do I really have to make this?
He fails.
Just very quick. Against no purple. And make it easy. We'll make it simple. No chance of like really fucking up.
No. One purple. Make it fun. Make it a red.
1 purple.
Make it a red.
Like it still fail. on no
Honestly, I
purple.
would probably want to. Well, no, because no one saw me.
This is a passive intimidation, basically, I'm asking of you. So just give me an intimidation.
I did it jokingly.
Oh, okay. That's cross.
I did
I
it
was like, what?
jokingly, and people like,
That's
I'm
coercion.
kidding.
Sorry, I should have just said give me a
Is
coercion.
it
against 1
coercion?
purple.
Okay, as in like I don't see intimidation. No, am I
That's just
missing it?
That's like D&D. Okay. So you walk in and people will look you up and down, but they don't leave the place.
Okay.
Basically, it was a roll to see if they just kind of quietly left. We've seen a Mandalorian
No,
walking.
I would kind of want to be amongst people anyway.
That's fine.
I,
They don't-
I
they
wouldn't
don't-
have walked in and
There's
stopped
only a few
or
of them
anything.
around. They're just having kind of quiet conversation, leaving them themselves. But
I'd probably
ahead,
go to
two
the
of
bar, grab a drink, and kind of
them. Mhm.
head to just a booth that's not really. It's 2 or 3 booths away from anybody that's just there.
And you do.
Okay. Imagine
You buy
Crossy
yourself,
comes
you
in.
got yourself some privacy.
Cool.
so
I'm gonna-
I'll come in with my thing.
You just kind of plop it on the table. It clatters.
It's like probably half because my backpack doesn't have the other crap in it. It probably has like the orb part shoved in the backpack, a couple wires sticking up the top.
I'm just gonna say, you're so elegant tonight.
Yes. It was shit. I'm aware. But
They're
Not-
definitely gonna be on high alert from now on,
if
making
things-
our job a little bit more difficult.
Yes, I get it. Jesus. Or whatever God exists.
I
in this
saved
world.
your ass 3 times. God damn it.
What was that? So anyways, so yeah, the I
Am I
say,
rolling in? No, I'm just fine. Good.
I say I get it. Well, not complete failure. Maybe whatever. I pull out the thing and put the eye there and say, this would see anybody that has gone in or out of this facility for a long time. Its decor will probably have faces that we could perhaps look similar to, or perhaps, I don't know, let's just do something. Pull up my data pad and just start trying to play with the wires and be aggravated.
Clearly frustrated with yourself.
I'm gonna look at you and say, drinks. Please, drinks.
I imagine I would have just given him a drink from what I ordered.
Yeah,
at the
you already
bar.
had gotten to. You push kind of his drink forward a bit, slide it.
You're a Mandalorian that doesn't remove your mask. That's part of your clan, right?
I do. You guys have never been around. I imagine Varen has, because we've just been. Do we know the extents? Just a couple of months, right, before we picked up Krasa?
Yeah, no, just a couple months. You weren't together.
Yeah, I
very
imagine
long.
Varen's probably seen me without my mask, but I don't think you have. I don't think Krasa has.
So since we're here in public and you're probably not going to remove it, do you drink like Bud Light through a straw?
Oh yeah. Just right up to my mask.
Just like in BioShock 2.
No, I imagine I would just give it to you. I'd probably just give both drinks to you.
So you don't drink Bud Light through a straw?
No.
I just wanted to know if you were one of those.
I drink it through like photosynthesis, and it just be in there. Just I get drunk off of it.
What if it was Bud Light Margarita? Would you drink that one through a straw?
Those are terrible.
I have never tried it. The fact that it's
They're
a marketing
terrible.
thing. Why did you drink it?
It's one of Applebee's biggest drinks. That should tell you everything you need to know.
There you go.
No
And on
judgment.
that, it's time for a break.
No judgment. You live your best life. You. Bye.
We'll be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Go everywhere except to Bud Light Margarita Land.
and welcome back.
They didn't
Tower
hear the
3.
Hello, everybody, because you did it too quickly.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hello. How?
Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hello,
God.
everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, 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 everybody. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Is that better, Scott? Is that better? We good?
You could make a thing of that, a recording of that, but you couldn't of the. I must remove him.
Listen, that was spur of the moment. I wasn't ready for that. That just kind of happened, and I
that
wasn't
was-
ready to record it.
Wade and I still joke about that was like legit the best. I must remove him.
Is that already a clip? It's gotta be a clip somewhere.
It's got it. Yeah, I mean, you can go back and
Well, it
turn it
lives
to
on
one.
YouTube, right? Imagine we
Yeah,
can
it's on
go back.
YouTube. It's on here.
We need it as an MP3 so we can all turn it as our, like, if Mike texts us, we all have
I
it
just
as that.
want it as like a Twitch sub notification. I must remove him.
Oh, that's a good one.
I must subscribe to him.
Right? I just got to find that voice again. I can just do all kinds of different shout outs for different things.
Subscribe with Twitch Prime.
Don't forget Twitch Prime. Make Scott re-roll everything.
I don't like this.
All right.
I'm gonna leave the campaign.
Finally.
You guys are
We've
bored
freed
Wade already
ourselves.
did.
Guys
You
are
can
both-
leave us too.
Well, at the amount of successes you roll, it's like you don't exist anyway. Well,
Uh-oh.
Scott, you probably fucked up your own screen regions.
I was gonna say.
No, when you're the host, you can't mess them up.
Oh, that's true. That's good. Well, eventually the two of you get together. You're sitting at the you're sitting down at the cantina.
Ye old pub.
The old pub, slam down this little eyeball thing, and he quickly pulls out Crass out of frustration after being told a few times how badly he messed up, plugs in his data pad to this thing, and begins to look for whatever data it can. Well, granted, you only grabbed the camera bit, and so you're gonna have minimal things. So what you're gonna get after a computer roll against 3 purple.
Sure. I'll tell you what I'm kind of looking for after you tell me what we already get, I guess.
Maya.
Computers. I'm not going to
Computer.
computers.
Crush it. So what you're able to get is the past 20 faces that have walked through these doors.
Okay.
And you can see them as they're like 2 seconds of footage as they walk up, and then they scan something, and then right as the thing goes to scan, it cuts. And then you go to the
So
next
part
one.
of what it scans is not just the faces, but also some sort of ID badge or something.
Yeah, there is an ID badge that gets brought up.
Okay, cool. These ID badges, what do they look like? What are they
Like
comprised
just a
of?
card, like a plastic card with like what you would imagine a Star Wars barcode to look like.
Huh. Not bad. Is there kind of like walking onto a school campus? Does it also have like an image of the individual person?
On the actual key card itself?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And would I assume that this software, whatever they use inside here, that it would have the ability not only to recognize the barcode, but also whether or not the image and the data linked to the barcode match? Not because I can easily steal a barcode, put my picture on there, and have me standing behind it. But does this data have to match this data? Do I have any idea?
Are you
if that
saying?
matters?
Oh, you're saying is the code directly linked to the picture?
Yeah, that kind
Like
of
they
a thing.
say, scan your face and then your barcode.
Like, for instance, are all the barcodes the same, or are
Gotcha.
they
Oh, or
individualized?
is each barcode individual? With 3 successes, each barcode is individual to the person.
Ooh, that's frightening. Okay, do I
Private money, baby.
Okay, no, that makes sense. So most likely they'd be individualized to the face too. And
You don't know that, but that's just something you can
That's
leap
just
to.
an assumption.
I
you're
just
actually
making
want to
an
make a
assumption.
knowledge check or something like that.
Yeah,
to
absolutely.
what I
Please
think
do.
might be.
What is your? Let's see.
Education, underworld. What do you think?
Definitely not education. I feel like it's not something that's necessarily taught. I feel underworld would be your best bet because of people talking prison breaks and stuff like that.
Difficulty, sir?
For this, since you know it's like a closed security system, I would say 3.
Okay.
You want to use the light side point?
I will not. Yeah, we don't have any.
Oh, you don't? All right, I'll use the dark side point.
To
Now you do?
downgrade my skill?
No, upgrade the difficulty.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Always
Just
got to have a chance to have that despair pop.
Give me
It
one
hasn't popped
second.
yet. And
No.
also the dark side, the force seeks balance, and there's 2 in the dark side, none on the light. We had to balance that out.
I am going to, I don't think it, yeah, I'm gonna intense focus, and I'm really gonna sit there and be like, no, I feel like I know something about this, and give myself an upgrade, and then I'm going to roll this knowledge underworld. And I'm going to use my once per session reroll. My oh god.
Your once per this.
No, come on! It's worse than it was.
By
Oh,
literal 1, it's worse.
how
What's
is that
that?
possible?
What's that old meme from the chick from Game
Can you
of
take a
Thrones?
picture of that? Can you just take a picture of that for me and just send that off to Wade?
Yeah. Let me
2
just,
more
let me-
failed rolls back to back.
Let me just tell him. Yeah, so far 3,
3.
and it keeps getting better.
3.
Oh,
The answer is you don't know.
Okay.
hold on, let me. Just Scott's face in this picture, along with the rolls, is just
That's so good.
perfect.
That's so good.
Yeah, they got the 2 failed rolls back to back, and Scott just dying right now. This is fantastic. Wade's gonna be tickled pink here.
That's so good. I'm so happy.
He looks disappointed in his goddamn picture. Like, look at the picture. He looks disappointed in his picture. He's just sitting there like, I knew that you would fail me. Like it's so upsetting.
I'm trying to
It's true.
focus on all of this holocron, but I can just feel the disturbance in the force.
Yeah, just the wave.
Stop, Wade. Stop, Wade. Stop, Scott. Stop.
Oh, apparently, the volume's too loud.
What volume's too loud?
Mathis is probably very loud compared to us.
Maybe compared to me, but you and him should be exactly the same.
I don't know, but apparently you guys are really loud.
Did something change?
I don't think so. Do I sound loud or anything to
Did
anybody?
one person say that or multiple people?
2 people.
Oh,
Eh.
nothing changed
Well,
over here. So
For right
weird.
now, chat, we've been working on the audio balance for a while. Your best bet is just to use the audio slider on Twitch for now while we work on Scott's got a whole new setup. He's had to reinstall everything. So gonna be imperfections. Just roll it, and otherwise it's fine. Don't worry about it, everybody.
Create
Everybody's gonna have different audio
Save.
setups anyway. And yeah, other people are saying it sounds fine to me. So just bop it for yourself, adjust it for yourself. We
People are
appreciate
saying
the
that
feedback.
they're not
though.
loud, so sorry, chat.
All good.
Sorry.
So Scott, that's what you get. That's what Cross is able to determine. He can get the past 20 faces,
That's fine.
and he has a few assumptions he can make, but he's not sure.
So I will say, this is what I've got. I've got a record of past 20 faces, including barcodes that are individualized to each of the faces. But the problem is, I do not know if the barcodes are individualized to the person. So I do not know if we take, like, say, new image and put it over old image, if that'll work, or if we have to have that image programmed into the computer to make it happen. So fortunately, I did leave behind my slicer gear so that we can prepare a few barcodes and ID cards, and then perhaps I can then port them back into computer, especially if I have this eye take some of the appropriate imaging, and then I'm able to use its own data files to port that in to there. You know what I'm saying? So first we need to make ID cards. That should be easy. And then I need to use this thing to take images. Then I use slicer gear to put that in computer, like VR guards that belong there. There are no image records of us existing in area, so we are safe. And then we should be good to walk around. I suppose we'll have to report to get matching uniforms, or you know, is they wear them jumpsuits.
Where do you think we can acquire these matching uniforms?
Once we're in with ID cards, we'll be able to access computer and see schematics for the entire place.
Okay. Do you think it'll be easier than how tonight went?
I need another drink.
It's almost on cue. After the someone comes over, pulls the 2 empty glasses up from in front of you, puts another one in front of you, and wordlessly walks away.
I will drink that. And Mike, we need ID cards.
Yeah. So you want to do some forgery stuff. So you want to go? Do you want to go back to the ship, or do you want to start just looking to buy them?
Do we have the ability to fabricate something like this with the stuff that we have on the ship?
You could probably get some basic ID cards forged with a decent skill check. I would say it would be a computer's check.
We have. If you say we have the equipment back at the ship, I'll go back to the ship and do it myself.
I'm pretty sure they even brought up in the. I remember reading a while. Maybe I'm misremembering, but like creating forgeries is relatively simple.
It depends
to
on the kind of forgeries. If they're electronic or if they're physical. This is a physical one. If you think we have the fabricating ability with the future tech stuff that we have in our whole workshop, then cool, I'm down.
Well, maybe you misunderstood what I was saying. The ID, the plastic card simply looks like a card with like a barcode etched onto it with a little holographic thing. It was a relatively simple thing to recreate.
Yeah.
I would say you would. How many are you making? You'd have to pay some credits to get them made. I'd say, what do you have free right now? Because to get just the base level stuff, I'd say 500 credits for enough supplies to make 2.
Oh, to have somebody else make them, for us to make it at the ship?
No, for you to buy supplies for you to make them yourselves instead of paying somebody else to make them for you.
Give me 2 seconds. Companion.
I was gonna say Varen has all the money.
Wrong one.
Basically, it's cheaper to make them yourself, but you run the risk of fucking up.
Everything's stored on the Revenant. Companion sheets.
Oh, okay.
Not companion sheet. Sorry, group sheet. We have, because I keep track of all this, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
For group savings, we actually have 50,280 in savings, and we're looking to expend 30,000 on whatever that fix is that we can't remember. Hopefully, somebody in chat will remember. So, how much do you want? 500.
I say yeah. So basically, what you're looking at is like cheaper to do it yourselves with the risk of screwing up,
I said
or
550,000.
pay more for somebody to do it for you, and then assume it's a guarantee.
I honestly would rather, depending on the cost, I'd rather delegate this out to somebody else.
That's okay.
Because
It's up
it
to you.
allows us to like grab rest for a couple of minutes, or maybe
Sure.
something like that.
So it would be an underworld check to find somebody who would be willing to do this for you at a decent price.
Sir, what is your underworld check?
Mine is I want to say it's
Oh, mine's a 4.
Or
better
green.
than mine.
Sorry, I
Mine's
thought you meant
2 green.
streetwise. I thought you meant streetwise. Sorry.
Mine's 2 green for Underworld. Mine's kind of Garbo.
I got 4 green, so I guess I'll roll it.
Yeah,
What am I
you
rolling?
go ahead.
Okay. It's actually just going to be against 2 purple.
Would I be able to assist him in this or no?
At best, you could give him a blue die. I would say.
That's all I was gonna try to do. Was just give him a blue die.
Okay, I'd say Scott get a blue die, but it's going to occupy his time.
Okay.
As we're both imagining just talking it out here, so it fits the scene. I feel.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I literally just forgot the name of the species I was going to use.
Don't take a picture of that.
Use a human, but that's fine.
Every time I look over at OBS, I just see Wade staring at me disappointed. God damn it. Ugh. And you know what Wade's face would look like underneath that cartoon mask.
Just a camera.
Oh, God. No, that's worse. That's not even what I meant.
You eventually get word that you can meet a female Syrian in a cantina not too far from the actual prison itself. It's maybe like half a mile out. She's there, and you're given a particular time that she tends to be there by every night. And when you make your way there, she's surrounded by a good number of people. She looks like she's wheeling and dealing. She's signing a couple things here. She looks like she's handing and exchanging a goods there. And when it's eventually your turn to speak with this rather busy Syrian, she just motions for you to take a seat, and she leans in as somebody with a data pad sit next to her, and she's like, "How can I help the two of you?"
She says...
Actually,
what?
quickly.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I don't mean to be that guy.
You're that guy.
Before you were to leave, because I imagine we left from the bar to go there. Do I need to be there for this?
Technically, no.
Because I was gonna say, if this is gonna take a while, Bata wouldn't care about this. He would leave it to you because he doesn't really deal with computers. I would want to know what's going on in the prison.
Okay, yeah, you're better over there than here, but
I would just want to be scouting again. I apologize. I didn't know that was just gonna cause a new scene. I was gonna be like,
fine.
if you're gonna go and do that,
This is
I'm gonna go and scout the prison.
Yeah, this is just a light RP conversation to get to get the
cards, right? And I was
cards,
gonna say,
yeah.
if he's going back to the ship while he's doing that, because that's gonna be a walk, I was gonna walk
Gotcha.
kind of back to the prison or vantage point, not where I shot, to kind of see what's going at the prison and try to do another warfare check to see if they're more on edge, repairing things. I imagine.
Okay, I gotcha. Yeah, okay,
Just
no worries.
rescout, see if
So
anything
you can just
changed.
go ahead and make me a warfare check.
Well, I can do that after this whole RP
Sure,
thing with
either
them,
way,
if you like.
that's fine. It doesn't bother me one way or another.
Okay, I just wanted
she
to
leans
say where
forward,
I
then
wanted
Scott, and what you know about this person is she's readily happy to deal with. Basically, she's like a go-to quick fix in the underworld. She can't do a ton, like as far as pulling strings and like bigger, like dealing with the huts, but surface level things, she's your kind of go-to quick fix. She makes a good amount of money doing this. So when you arrive, like I said, she gestures for you to sit down. She leans forward. Somebody on a data pad, a human, is next to her, and they're typing away. And she just looks to you straight in the eye and very nonchalant and to the point, just says, "How can I help you this evening?"
I need ID cards to get inside the local prison.
ID cards for the local prison. And she looks over to the data pad, and she just simply says, "Darren Prison." And you simply, if you kind of give her a questioning look because you weren't given a name of the prison, she says, "Prison maybe half a mile out from where we are."
I think we were given a name, but I just nod.
Yeah. She says, "Okay." And she looks over, "How many?"
I need 2 finished and the third one blank.
"How soon?"
Why aren't they done yet?
She actually does. She gives you a smirk when you say that. And she's like, "Okay. Well, if you want them tonight, I can get that for you. 2 pre-made with, I'm assuming you have the photos you'd like used."
We've both got charming smiles. And so I give her one with a Mandalorian mask. and then one of me.
And she looks down to the one of you, and then she looks down to the one of the Mandalorian mask and says, "Well, this will make things difficult. I don't think of any." And she looks up to you. "Whatever you are, work there. And a Mandalorian certainly doesn't work there."
Well,
If you're just simply looking to get through basic security cameras, that'll happen. But anybody who asks any questions at all, that's not the computer system.
that's okay. Get us by computers. We can handle others.
She nods to that, and she looks over and she has a very quick whispered conversation with the gentleman on her left. And after some words are exchanged, 2 personalized and 1 blank, 20,000 credits for tonight, if you need them now.
You and I both know that this is exorbitant amount. I could do this myself for probably 1,000 credits, but I want the expertise. Expert, you know this word. 10,000.
Go ahead and make me a negotiation roll against against 3 purple, because she's not a rookie negotiator.
Cool story, bro.
Hey, you went by yourself.
That's not my fault.
Hey, that actually could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. They said they can't see the roll, Scott.
Oh, of course. The one time I pressed the button.
Oh, we have to re-roll.
I'll bring my voice down a little bit for people who saying I'm booming over everybody else.
How
Hopefully
are you booming over everybody else?
I don't know, but hopefully that helps. I just brought it down a tiny bit.
I mean, I know why you're louder than me. Again, I always set myself a little bit lower. I can always bring myself up. But are you booming over Pat?
I'm
Never.
using it. I won't say anything negative here on the show. I do not like my XLR right now, so it is currently in a box again, and I'm using a different set of stuff where I may be quieter. But man, I should be a lot crispier and clearer.
She back to the game for a moment. She looks up to Krasa and she giggles politely and says, "Well, I'm aware of how exorbitant they are. The emergency in which you place yourself and coming to me only the night of the job. And you're expecting a blank one on top of it, one that you can do yourself. Well, please, if you're so confident in your abilities, walk away and take care of it. The lowest I'm willing to go, however, is and we'll say this, it's an appreciation for your bravery to call me out on my bullshit. 15,000.
I say, I am very happy to know that you are somebody who is willing to negotiate. Clearly, you are a woman of honor, and for that, I will leave you 1,000 credits as a parting gift to buy your silence in this matter. And I'll place 1,000 credits on the table and say, "Good day."
It was wonderful doing business with you. And she smiles and reaches forward and takes the credits and then looks to the person past.
And I walk out and spend 1,000 credits on nothing.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm now going to go spend 500 credits
Go
to
ahead,
get
you buy
supplies and go try to
supplies.
fail.
Well, if you want a third blank one, you need to buy 750 credits worth of supplies.
Oh, no, it's not worth it.
Okay, so just the two. And I'm going to need 2 computers rolls, 4 purple die against each one.
Yay.
Why are you buying 2? I'm
Making one for
sorry.
you and one for him.
That's with the assumption I'm going there.
Wait, you never gave me the assumption that you weren't?
If anybody in that prison sees me, they know for a goddamn fact I'm not supposed to be there.
Meow.
A damn fact, sir. I mean, you're a cat. You can put on like a helmet and stuff like that. You can hide the fact.
You're wearing a helmet. Put on a different helmet.
I guess.
I guess so.
So anyways, so yeah, you said 4 purples, which I have no problem with.
Because your computer check is good, is it not?
It's actually excellent.
Yeah.
I'm going to suffer 2 strain as I upgrade both of these checks.
What's your strain at this point?
Because I keep healing it when I roll those other things.
Mhm.
It is currently at 5 with me suffering those 2.
Okay. Not bad.
It was my first check.
Okay, so you succeed on the first one.
Yep.
Would you like to take those as strain?
I almost always, not just because the strain is an economy that I like to use, and you can penalize me if you want anyways. I like you using it narratively because it could be interesting how it plays out in the future.
Okay.
So you have the total of
4.
4, yeah. And we will say that we make mine first and his second.
Okay, got it. So after a good chunk of hours
Very successful.
hunched over a data pad and a computer and just programming these things to as far with the eyeball there, using kind of that as your go-to to compare what it would recognize and being able to tie it to. We'll say over the course of 6 hours, you're able to accomplish creating both of these forgeries, and you're pretty confident they're both relatively well done.
Yeah, I'm genuinely, like you said, just happy with it.
Yep.
Also, like I said, after the forgeries are done, I do want, when the 2 of us are together, us to stand there holding these things, probably in an alleyway that looks the same, if not the same one, just like kind of capture like an image of it. So like it literally has like a record of this already having been scanned in the past. I'm going to use that as like a sample to upload into the system. So,
So you want to have you want to reactivate the eyeball, retake the picture, and then use the eyeball to reconnect
because they're like
it.
2-second images, you said, right?
Yeah, no, that's exactly it. So you just want to reconnect it,
It's
bring
more
it
or less
with
just
you,
like a
and
GIF. Yeah.
upload it more or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yep, I see what you're saying. That's a computer's check against 1 purple for each one.
Yeah, that's easy. I'm not going to upgrade anything there.
Exactly.
If I fail that one, it's definitely his fault.
We roll with 4 yellows, or 3 yellows, yeah, and a triumph.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you're welcome to take narration on triumph for just getting this picture. But
Honestly, I would just say with that triumph is because it's on the second one, I just kind of packed that file up really like seamlessly, so it's just an easy file that'll kind of dump in.
sure,
You know
it's
what I mean?
easy upload.
Like
It
it's
takes no
compressed
time at all.
correctly, all that stuff. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. Bato, so you're with him, and eventually, he's like, stand there.
But before this, am I still gone scouting?
Oh, right, you're scouting. You went to go scout the prison again. I completely.
I don't
We
think I would
definitely
be
made
back.
this entire session. Perfect.
Well, that's when Wade gets back. You guys are gonna take that's why you can make a blank one when he gets back.
Wade can just sit there and do this while we finish our.
He's gonna come out and be like, I believe I've made progress on the holocron. You're like, we have to go rob a train. So come on.
Go ahead.
So
I'm just-
Or we just play until we finish. Just saying.
well,
Hype
PAX
train?
is- hype train. PAX is tomorrow. I gotta be up so early tomorrow.
Oh, is PAX tomorrow?
Yeah,
PAX is
starts
tomorrow.
Oh.
Wear your mask, please, just for
I
my
am already very nervous about going.
I'm scared for you and other people.
I'm only
If
gonna go.
if anybody's going, please just
Also remember, carry lots of water with you. even if
Wash
you
your
have to pee
hands.
a lot.
wash your hands, take showers,
It's less about your
deodorant.
hands because it's an airborne virus. You drink a lot.
But wear
of
the
water.
masks. Like those are like a box of them at like Walgreens is like what, $20, 10,
But-
15,
but-
not even.
You can, if you keep your throat wet, it pushes the virus down into your stomach, so your stomach acid takes care of it for you. Just drink
a
water
fuck ton.
often. Just little sips very often.
Stay hydrated, you thirsty nerds.
Especially when you see Mike, you'd be like,
Heyo, you know what I'm saying?
Anyway, what am I rolling against for this
Warfare.
scouting mission?
You're just simply going to be going against 3 purples like you were last time. You're just kind of assessing the prison and where they're at.
Would you hate me if I used another light side point for this, Scott?
never.
All right, I'm probably gonna use the light side.
You're a piece of shit.
I hate you.
Yeah, does this just give me an upgrade or does this give me a blue?
And you can
An
either an upgrade or you can downgrade the difficulty. It's your choice.
It's 3 purple, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
You can give yourself.
I'll just give myself an upgrade.
The upgrade is almost always the better way to go.
I disagree. Downgrading that's potentially 2 less failures.
Do you
you
think I
get a
should
chance
do?
at a
Do you think I should
triumph.
decrease it?
Because the upgrade just gives you a better chance of getting like a triumph or maybe more successes, whereas that guarantee. Like,
Right, and right now I don't know if I want to go for the triumph to see anything else specific.
What are you rolling?
I'm scouting to see the prison.
Oh, and what was your current check on that without any upgrades?
2 yellows
Yeah, I would downgrade. So it's
for
2 yellows
warfare.
versus- yeah,
For
yeah.
warfare,
I would downgrade.
but for
those 2
triumph,
yellows
I could
versus
get
2
more
purple.
details about stuff.
Sure, but one upgrade is only going to add you a green, whereas downgrading reduces a purple.
Okay, I'll downgrade
Kat,
them.
it's your light side point. Spend it how you want to.
Matt, listen. Matt, listen.
I downgraded
Listen,
it.
you
I
don't-
downgraded.
Thank you, sir.
I downgraded it. I downgraded.
You were coerced.
All right.
He fails. No,
I would.
I didn't mute you again.
It says you are muted. I don't know why. It just popped up saying you're muted.
Oh, okay.
So you can easily see that there is some sort of alert that's happening. While there's no alarm going off anymore, as it's been hours, there's now people patrolling the outside walls and pairs of 2. You can see a 2 of those patrols as you sit there and watch. They're not like packed. There's not a ton of them, but there's a few patrols that are outside on the walls.
Do I know how many?
If you sit and it depends on how long you sit and stay and watch. Like, how do you want to go the whole
How
day?
long did I don't think, what is it, Cross and I discussed how long he would be gone. I imagine like between 3 and 4 hours.
Give me a perception check against 3 purple at 3 and 4 hours.
For that entire time, or like 3 different times?
Well, just once, just for that entire chunk of time.
Okay, so 3 purples,
Mhm.
perception.
Mm-hmm.
Perception's not a good one.
You're not sure. They're super far away, and you know there's more than one, but you don't know if they're switching, if they're being rotated around, or if they're actually walking around the entire prison, which would take a while. It's hard for you to know with just this amount of time. You would need more time.
Okay. Have I, with the success, do I know if they fixed the lights and stuff like that? I
The
imagine
lights are
they,
still broken. You
Still
can see
broken.
they're using the
the
backup.
2 that I shot, and
Yep.
we know for a fact there was a 3rd one that was being shown.
A backup one got brought online, but only that one, and that's the only one still lit. The emergency ones haven't been replaced.
Is that the
yet.
only visible one I can see?
For that side of the prison where you guys were? Yes.
Or we were in, right? Okay.
Yes.
And with that success, do I still believe that the train is our best bet? Is there, do I
Well,
see any?
that's the sure thing. That's the only thing you know is a sure thing, because you
Well,
know
like what
he's
I'm at, I
leaving.
guess specific question. Have they upgraded anything through the train's route? Is there any difficulties that I would have noticed? Like,
Does not look like it got any more difficult. The train didn't get any more
okay.
difficult. The only thing
Okay.
that looks like it got is that there's more
is there's now
outside.
patrols around the wall?
Yep.
Okay. Cool. So knowing that, after a couple of hours, I would probably head back to, I imagine, wherever Cross and I decided to meet up
at
back
the ship. So you have to kind of like take a while to get back there, but you get back there.
So I guess fast forward, unless you wanted to add something, I'd probably just go back to Cross and be like, the prison's busy. They've got groups of men walking around the perimeter of the wall now. The spotlights that I shot out don't seem to be repaired, but that backup one's still there. The train route still seems to be our best bet in if we're trying to get back inside. How did the card making go?
It ended up costing us a little bit of sleep and 1,500 credits, but I believe I did a very good job. I just need to get a picture of us and get it uploaded into system. Probably by that back door, but once we get it in, we can enter through the train afterwards.
Okay. It'd probably be best if I took my armor off for this.
I understand your faith. There are other helmets that could be worn. It seems as though there is a relatively common style amongst the 20 pictures I looked at.
What? What are you asking? Are you looking to style yourselves after a couple of people that you saw?
Perhaps?
Even a cat person?
Yeah, what? No, listen, God. I'm saying that if there is a common helmet that they wore, perhaps I could find 2 of them on the market. We just want to be like everybody else. We just want to fit in.
You want to go buy helmets that they wear?
Yes, God. We want to fit in. That is all.
Yes, God.
There's no uniform helmet that they wore.
No. But is there one that, say, 2 or 3 people happen to wear that look very similar?
Through those 20 pictures?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you. There's a couple with hats.
You are gracious, God. I very much extra good for you this year.
Thank you.
Anyways, so
Wade's gonna be so angry how nice you've been to Scott this entire time.
Listen, there's only 2 of you right now, and he's not here to save you. Okay?
He still looks
What do you mean save me? I've been saving his ass all night.
That's what I'm saying. There's only 2 of you, and only one of you can carry the other one. You know what I'm saying? So.
I need to find like a gif of like a dancing Revan, so I can just like put that there instead because this is just too intimidating. So anyways, yeah, we'll go and pick. I don't know how many credits it would be, but pick up some basic helmets that look similar enough, and
Say 100 credits for 2 very basic, boring helmets that don't do anything.
and those jumpsuits. I mean, we needed to. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get the jumpsuits. They're probably only in the prison facility.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to kill a couple guards. That's all. All right, cool.
So what's the plan here? You want to go up to the back door?
And insert our data.
What about the guards that'll be at the door? What's the plan?
How many
when we
guards
get
were
to that?
immediately outside the door?
It'll be 2.
Perfect. Are there any cameras outside that door?
You blew it up.
Perfect. Are there any spotlights that are currently able to look outside the
1.
door? Semi-perfect.
That we saw from that side of the prison.
If the spotlight is aimed at the door, but the guards are dead, is anybody going to be able to see anything?
Wait, what? Say that again?
If the spotlight is still aimed at the door, but the guards are dead, will anybody be able to see anything?
Oh, well, there are windows that come out of that wall.
But we don't know if anybody's behind the windows. It's just a maybe. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, more or less. As far as you can tell, nobody else other than a patrol that might walk by. But
I think the first thing we need to do is kill the guards. Second thing, shoot out the spotlight. We might be able to do spotlight first if you think that would be advantageous for us, Pat. And then we need to drag them away and take their clothing.
I don't know. I want to see your stealth rolls. Why should I shoot out and alarm everybody again?
that's true. If you shoot out the light, you do know that'll immediately
piss them off. If you can get a good stealth check, I don't need to do that.
I want to hear this in character bickering.
Very well. I will fucking try again. But I warn you, if I get shot again, do you have any idea how much this hurts? It hurts.
Did you heal that?
I don't remember. Technically speaking, I think I might have one more. What are they called? Item inventory.
Stim pack?
Stim pack. Yeah, I have one more stim pack. So I will use that other stim pack, which technically heals me 5, and then just bring it to 0 rather than trying to make a medical check.
Okay.
So
then the plan is to sneak up and what? Just try to plug it in and like get your faces uploaded behind the guards
like
back.
I said, I already have the pack file and everything kind of, but
Yeah,
I
that's
still
what I'm
need
saying.
to,
Does
I
the
still
plan
need to
to slip
hack
in?
the system. I still need to hack it to get that file in there. The
Okay.
question is there any? Do I have to actively use my device, or can I Bluetooth my data
Remotely
pad
use
to
it.
that thing? And if so, what's the range?
You would need to be close enough where they would see you either way.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Oh God, fine. You can use Bluetooth from 10 feet out,
okay, that's not bad. Like 3 meters. That's not so bad.
3 meters out.
Okay, cool.
Star Wars time.
I mean, that guy's only like how many meters from me?
I don't know. He looks like he's probably like 10 feet from you.
I don't know.
Maybe
he's pretty,
5.
He's pretty small.
It's true. Okay. So Scott, you want to stealth to get close while Bato once again posts up and watches.
What's the
Yes.
difficulty?
Same.
2?
3.
Yeah, 3 happened later on. It was too early on. But we can definitely do 3
Oh,
because it's 2
you're-
guards.
That's right. We upgraded it to 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, because there's 2 guards, yeah, we're still going to keep it at 3.
Okay.
Now on alert. They're more aware.
I get a blue from Bato.
Yep, you get a blue from Bato.
And fuck it, let's roll it.
Hey, you did it!
You
Scott!
did it.
You
So
absolutely
proud.
did it. You made it past the spotlights.
Feels
I am
close.
Another stealth
so
check
proud,
against
my
2
friend.
purple. Now I need another stealth check against 2 purple for the guards.
Wait, those are spotlights?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
There's
the
just one
spotlight.
No, yeah, there's 1 spotlight they had to get through with 2 guards who could see you. Now you just got to get to the guards, but no spotlight, and so you're just gonna roll against 2 purple.
Nice.
Good job. Look at you, good job.
Look at you played the
Scott.
game.
And so
sorry,
very
sorry.
quickly, Bato, you very quickly watch him wait for the spotlight to pass, and he just sprints by without even waiting, no ducking behind anything. And just as the spotlight's about to round back to where it came, he's past its range. He's able to dip behind a couple of crates. You see him sneakily make his way around the right side of these guards as they're busy chatting off to one another and clearly not paying much attention, as one is actually sat down on the ground, kind of squatted. And you see the silhouette or the heat signature of Krasa working its way from behind. Very quickly plug the thing in. You begin to work your way into the system. Do you want to upload or hack first, Scott?
Well, I have to hack to upload
Hack
it
the
in.
security to
Yeah,
upload? Yeah, you're right. Okay. This is not the simplest, but it is also not super powerful. It's decent money's worth security system. 3 purple die. Computer check.
This is where I will accept strain to upgrade skill.
And now he fails.
I will roll before he says anything.
Good job.
Nice roll.
Okay.
And go ahead.
You want to make a quick upload?
Yep.
Because you rolled Triumph,
I'll
it's
deliver
against
my
1
package.
purple.
It's not Triumph.
Didn't you roll Triumph, and that's why you packed the particular
Oh,
file
yes.
super-
My apologies. So it's a quick and easy upload.
Then
Yep.
1 purple is what you're going to be rolling
Okay.
against. There's no way you fail this, so.
Fair enough, unless you wanted to upgrade it for a chance of despair.
No, not against 4 yellows or 3 yellows. There's just no point. Let's just keep
Well,
it
because
balanced.
the despair will happen no matter what, even if
That's
I
true.
succeed. But it's too late now.
Still, either way, and instantly within a few seconds, all of this took probably 15 seconds from you plugging it in, hacking through its basic firewall, and then uploading your 2 profiles into the computer to be recognized on scan anywhere else. And this is the prison's security system.
Mhm.
Now, what's the plan?
So once they're kind of like uploaded into the system,
Yep.
so that they know that it's there, we still need their uniforms, but we don't necessarily need them from here. We can get them from on the train as well. Any guards' uniforms would work. It's just
It's true.
makes things easier.
You have 2 guards right in front of you here too.
I know. It's just whether or not we want to attack the same spot twice. It
True.
almost seems so foolish.
Counterproductive.
It might generally be a distraction, like elsewhere, because like they attack the same spot twice. These people are stupid. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of ways it could go. I mean, I even have it in you like it got Sam Fisher like style where you on your comms device just say to Bato like whispering like don't say anything, but on the count of 3 shoot, and then you like stab one while the bullet hits the other.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely. If we're gonna kill them, we gotta try to make it clean. So
Mhm.
less blood would be a good thing. So I'll also use the blaster.
There's all ways to do it.
But the question is, Pat, meta, because I guess our characters probably would have chatted beforehand. Do we want to kill these people, or do we want to just go on the train and deal with uniforms later?
I don't know. I'm prepared to kill people
I
as
almost,
I'm watching your back, and Good.
I almost prefer to kill them just because, again, I almost
If
think
they're
it's
out of the way, I was prepared to kill one earlier, and I triumphantly failed, but I caused a better distraction. So, you killed one earlier. So, I mean, our job is to get this guy out.
yeah.
We're getting paid good money to do it, and Baron will probably be pissed if we don't do it by the time he's done meditating and kumbayaing in his room.
I kind of like the idea of attacking the same spot twice because it might make people not look at the other locations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's bad logic.
Man, if I were to, yeah.
Okay. So then it would be like,
If you're able to get on the comm and tell me
yeah.
to shoot one
Ready.
when you were ready, because I imagine I'd be watching.
Mhm.
Then yeah, I could take. Would I be able to take aim prior to?
Technically, you can. You can actually take aim for, I think, up to the total of 3 aims. You could have been aiming the whole time if they're relatively still. If they're like hard pacing back and forth, you really can't.
No, these guys are just having a nonchalant conversation while they sit in front of a door.
Oh, sorry. Is it? Yeah, I think it's 3 aims you can do in total.
I just fucking read your camera thing for way.
Chat'll never see, and we don't want to get
Yeah,
banned.
no.
It's either 3 aims or 2. Spending a consecutive maneuver adds blue aim or removes black aim, respectively. It doesn't say the cap here, so let's just say it's maximum 2.
My question is, again, this is meta. Not a question, I guess it's a concern. Is if I shoot, that will be loud. It will be very damning to people. So.
That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm going to shoot at the same time.
Right, but they're going to be coming to that bit of the. I'll let you call the shots.
Wait, I don't know what you're saying. Very true.
I'm imagining everybody in the prison that is on patrol, because I don't know exactly how many patrol units there are wandering around the patrol, would come to the side that they heard the shot come from.
Well, you don't have the ability to attack 2 targets, do you? You don't have auto fire in your gun, do you?
No,
Yeah.
not with my rifle.
Then I would have to also attack because you can't attack twice. If you don't have auto fire, then you can't attack twice. So I would have to just to kind of keep things going, and I have to use a blaster to reduce the amount of blood.
Right, I'm not worried about these 2 grunts. I'm worried about the rest of the grunts.
Yeah,
Then
others
what
coming out,
happens
others
after?
coming out if any are in there. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Cool, because I can always run away.
My question, I guess, is if you're talking to me about this, and I'm able to start getting ready, can I get within? I guess can I position myself? I guess, Mike, to a long range engagement to where I'm just a little bit closer.
Yeah, as long as you have the time and you're cool with just like spending a turn moving, yeah, you easily could move into long range.
Cool, because like where I am, I also want to spend 1 round. All I'm doing, 1 round aiming, and then on the actual attack round, I'll attack.
Well, I guess on my turn then, as this is what we're doing now. Do we have to roll for initiative right now? Technically,
No, because we're casting
No,
off
the
the-
attacks are just gonna get rolled.
yeah. So I'm just gonna position myself in a long range, hunker down on my stomach, and aim. And that's, I guess, would that be 2 things that I have to do? Is moving along and then true aiming?
But because you're stealth, it's not really a big deal. We're not counting rounds right now.
Okay.
So you just kind
So
of
yeah, I would just true aim, and I would, I don't know, I would give just a very short kind of buzzing of the communication, like 2 buzzes, like clicks, that I'm ready to go. I wouldn't say anything or anything. I would just.
Mike, could I aim, or would that be too obvious?
you would have the time to aim.
Okay, cool.
You passed all your stealth checks to get this close.
Cool. Then can I double aim as well, or no? It's once again too much time. We're not counting rounds for him, but we are kind of for me because of my proximity.
Yeah, so for you, I would say just the 1.
Okay, cool. That's fine. Sure. So I would take aim while he's moving into position, and then he
Then you
lies down. It's
fire.
like ready. It's like 3, 2, 1. All right. And let's set up our shots.
I get an upgrade and a blue for my true aim, right?
Correct.
That how to-
But you're also going to get 2 blues because you're double aiming. So
Okay.
2 blues, 1 upgrade. I'm getting 1 blue for my aim, and I'm also going to exert myself as my action, like my maneuver, and then I'm gonna fire.
You
in
want me to
action.
shoot first, or you want to shoot?
We can do it at the same time. Are you just
Well,
about
that's
ready?
ideally, but I want to see. Do you want to roll first?
Oh, I see what you're saying. No. I say we just roll simultaneously. Are you ready on the count?
Okay,
Right.
I'm ready on the
3,
count.
2, 1, go. Ooh.
Wow.
I'm the amazing boy here.
Well, did you have a reroll?
Oh wait,
at
wait,
all?
wait. What was my That was still a 3 difficulty, right?
You long range, so it would be
Yeah.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I did that right. I was just making sure.
And you
Yeah.
have your upgrade on there?
Yeah.
I'm the amazing
Can you
boy
reroll?
now.
Can you reroll? Do you have an ability to reroll, or is that only on Crassa?
I
think it's
have
like-
only knowledge check rerolls.
Wait, you want?
I feel like you do, but I don't. I might be misremembering. I don't have your character sheet. Hang on.
I don't think I do. I was looking at adding a skill that allowed me to, but I was gonna probably do it after today's session with whatever experience we got.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'm looking at the.
Because Scott and I were talking about this last time.
Maybe that's why I'm remembering it.
Mike,
I was
just,
talking about-
just so
True
you
aim,
know, on
grit.
top of my 8 damage, I intend to double critical hit if that does anything.
With your 8 damage, you're gonna critical hit.
I'm gonna 8
You're just gonna-
damage
you're-
and then also double critical hit.
You're gonna end up killing the person you're stabbing.
I'm
That's
not
what you
stabbing,
know.
I'm shooting with a blaster.
Or
with a
blasting.
blaster.
You're gonna blast. Sorry, you're gonna end up killing them.
But do I kill both of them? Because I imagine these are, what are they called?
Minions.
Minions, yeah. Do I kill both of them?
Actually, yeah, you would end up killing both of them. They would end up both dropping.
Okay. So you fire, you miss, but do you do something advantageous? Is it
Well,
one
would
of
I don't know what I would be able to do.
the-
Would I be able to muffle my noise of my shot? Probably not.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, there's no real way you can really leverage those advantages into something easy unless you wanted to like you miss, but you once again hit like the what do you call it? The thing behind you. God, I can't. I lost. I was saying screen. It's not screen. It's not not the tablet. Console behind you, and the door gets flung open. But I don't know if you would consider that advantageous.
I don't want to go in there.
So then no. So
Yeah,
then
I don't.
nothing would happen. It would just be a miss.
If anything, we would just say it calls all attention away from me, so
Yeah,
nobody's really.
everybody
paying
would.
attention.
Yeah,
Yeah,
your
that's the
shot-
only thing I could
yeah.
think of that would be like advantageous. Is
Yeah,
that they
your-
heard
your
a shot,
would-
but my shot was a lot louder.
Yep, and it was further away. So I like that. That works perfectly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So cool. So I'm just like, and then I'm going to go over there and grab the bodies. And as I'm dragging them away, I'm going to be cursing to myself like, "Fucking, I'll kill everybody."
And where you need to drag them? You want to drag them out of there?
Just kind of out of sight, out of mind at the moment. Just literally kind of like, if there's a nearby building I can drag them into, or
I just
an
want
alleyway around.
You're gonna drag both at the same time. I'm assuming, like
Yeah, to the best of my ability. I
like
mean,
one arm over one shoulder,
No,
one arm
no.
over another, or leg.
drag.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
So,
scruff of their shirt, drag.
oh, I thought you meant like put a leg over each shoulder and then drag their upper bodies on the ground as they're being like dragged back, but you have their legs over your shoulder as like leverage. You know what I mean?
Whatever
Either way,
works
I
in
need
your
stealth
brain.
check. Stealth check. 2 purple, 1 black.
That's it.
That's it. You killed the guards who were paying attention.
Okay.
You just got to get through the spotlight one more time.
Sure.
Just be happy. You can say
Could
that's
my,
it.
could
but
my
you
shot have
failed.
ricocheted and hit the light?
No, that would immediately set off the alarm.
No, you're good. You do it. Congratulations, you made it through.
Okay. Problem is, I still did I ever unhook my my slicer gear when I was done with everything? I didn't say.
You don't
it, but
remember
I
you
know
saying
if
you did.
I didn't explicitly say it. I would have, but if I have to go back, I will.
No, I would say your character would inherently just grab it,
Sure. Okay.
especially because we're running out of time.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. So I'll grab them and drag them around the corner and say, "Get your ass over here. We need to get these uniforms on."
Talking to me, yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
he's
talking
talking.
to the other person who comes.
I'm still in long range. I imagine as I see him like dragging them, I'd probably
You'd
try to
eventually
approach.
make your way to him.
Yeah, I would probably start approaching as quickly as I can.
I would have already stripped them down to the best of my ability. They're going to be somewhat dirty, of course, because they were just dragged on the ground, but it's luckily street, not dirt. And so quickly strip them down to the best of our ability. I'm also going to take any identifications from them.
Okay.
So like their
You
identification
pull their ID
cards,
cards that are on them. Yep, exactly. You
Do
pull
they have
both
the
of
same
them off.
gun?
Yes, it's all a standard issue. It looks
What's
like
their gun?
heavy blaster rifle, heavy blaster pistol, and a blaster rifle.
I'm going to take my blaster pistol and put it into my backpack.
Okay.
And strap their blaster pistol and rifle to me. God, it's going to be heavy on me, but I will
Yep.
do so. Like anything I have, just put in the bag, and then oh man, I don't even know if I can carry all that. I'll check in a second. I'm gonna have to leave some stuff behind. I'll go over that in a minute. But so just more or less just to look like them. And I'm gonna look at your gun and say, "You're going to have to put her away."
And I look at you and I say, no.
As
You're
you
in disguise.
as you're both doing that, you can hear from the pockets of your jumper suits a muffled Frank, Paul, come in. Frank, Paul, come in. As you reach in, there's they each have a communicator.
I do not exactly sound like Craig.
As you pull it out, Frank, Paul, can you come in?
Craig. Whatever. Respond.
I would respond. I would take off my helmet and respawn. And this would be the first time Crossa
He's a
sees me.
she.
Yes, I'm actually Trini. No,
Pulls up the helmet with this long flowing
Wade will
blonde
never
hair
know.
goes in.
Haha. No,
Oh, Wade already knows.
I've been here all along. No, I would take off my helmet, and what Crossa would see is a scarred, really big scar from the top of my head down to the kind of my bottom of my chin, a little bit. Kind of fair, dark hair, and brown eyes, basic skin complexion, I guess. But I have a big scar that ranges from top of my head straight down to my chin. And whoever they're calling for, did we hear the name?
Frank and Paul.
Yeah. Frank and Paul. Real good name.
You can be Frank Castle.
There you go.
Cool. I'm the Punisher. It leads up.
So I need a deception check on whatever you're gonna say.
I'm just gonna say.
Everything's going on here. We just had a. How are you doing?
Yeah. How are you doing?
Full Han Solo. You're fine.
Basically, I was gonna say shots fired. Heard shots fired from the whatever direction that they were having.
You
saying
guys
that
are on the west, rather the east side of the prison.
So I'm gonna say northeastern side, if that makes sense to where we're standing, as I'm trying to push them a little bit out of our way.
Gotcha. So can I please get a deception roll against 2 purple?
Is deception a thing? Yeah, deception.
It is a thing.
Ugh. But again, I kind of want to like muffle it, but like scream it to where it's not like, you know.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, you fail. You get a tiny advantage out of it, and basically, when you say this, there's like dead silence on the other end for like an uncomfortable amount of time, and then you just hear the comms get cut.
Okay.
And on that, it's our last hour. It's our last break. We got to go on break, and we have an hour to we got to figure this out.
Yeah.
We might be bringing Wade along on the actual attempt, which would be hilarious. Take it away, Mike. Hey, everybody.
Take it
welcome
away.
back.
Take it away. Take it away. now.
Take it away to Wade.
Wade
everybody
now.
welcome back
Take it to
to the
Wade now.
Hour-ish or so of the Lost Initiative show.
Hello.
We left off with the two of you having suited up, created some fake IDs, and now are trying to figure out how you're going to go about the next step. You know, you want to assault the train. His will leave tomorrow. It leaves come morning. How do you plan on assaulting this thing?
That is a great question. I think we were just trying to write it into the prison, right? And just kind of like bombshell everybody as we get off the train.
No,
I
that's
don't know.
a good question then. That's a good clarifying question. Are you trying to get onto the train before it rides into the prison? Or are you trying to jump on the train after it's leaving the prison with the prisoner you're looking for?
Oh,
I think at this
no.
point, that would probably be the smartest choice. I know you probably don't like that.
No,
Scott.
actually, that wouldn't be a bad idea because the only problem is, I actually think it's a brilliant idea if we had originally thought of that, because then I could have just hacked in and found out when that was and made that happen. Unfortunately, unless you can come up with some awesome idea, Pat, and I'm 100% for it. We already.
Why our characters would think that.
Yeah, well, yeah, we already walked away. We got the suits and everything. We still need to find out, even if we just hop on the train to get in there, and we just need to access another terminal. We just need to find out that. But how are we going to find that out?
Well, that was I asked you if you want the last thing I think I asked you before we left for break was, do you want me to cause a diversion? Because that's something I can still do as my obviously failing convincing shots fired, we need help kind of a thing. You know, me knowing warfare and they probably obviously not recognizing Paul or Frank or whoever these guys you just killed were. Me knowing they're probably on their way to come see what's going on at this checkpoint. So Bato would just be like, they're probably on their way. Why don't you get yourself to a terminal? Find out whatever you can. I can cause a distraction. Because obviously our plan right now, it's not going the way we wanted it to.
We're in the system, so that
Yeah, you already uploaded all yourself into the system.
So
you
at least that's
through
success.
like computerized doors and all that stuff should be as simple as waving your badge.
Yep, and then other people, if they don't look too closely, we could possibly get past them because.
Pardon me, but this was my initial interpretation of what your plan was, and if I'm wrong, obviously I'm wrong. My thought was you were gonna get the you were gonna get the jumpsuits and make your fake IDs. And then you were going to either have a driver or somebody like, so you can jump the train as it's leaving with your prisoner, take out a couple of the guards on the train, and then just walk into the train like you're the guards looking for the prisoner you are. I thought that was the plan. I thought that's exactly what you laid out. And I don't know why that's what I thought you laid out.
I never originally intended to use the train. The train was going to be a secondary option.
So you were planning on walking into the prison.
Originally, yeah. But we're well past that option now.
Yeah.
So that's fine. So let's I like your secondary plan there, Pat. I think it's better than any plan I've come up with thus far. So why don't we do that option? But why don't we as you said, try to figure this out, right? So I guess you do the distraction and I will go and
I guess I would just ask Crossa unless you've got a better idea.
I say
a distraction would give you time to find out whatever you need about whatever's going on in this prison.
Unfortunately, I've been working to the bone non-stop for many hours now. I think I am probably not coming up with many good ideas. I probably need catnap.
Catnap can come later. Right now, we need to figure out what the hell's going on.
Yep. So I will start trying to head my way to a terminal. I don't know where one of those are, Mike.
And what
he's going to be a distraction.
Out of this terminal?
I'm going to try to find out, as we were just talking about, when this person is supposed to be transported out.
I already told you that. You already know this.
We don't know the exact time. We don't know the exact train.
We know this, but our characters don't know when he's
the day he was being when you talked to the guy who gave you the bounty, he gave you the day he was being trained out, and then Bato said there are two trains that come in, one at 11 a.m.
Oh, I know. You know what? I think I missed that initial thing that you're saying there. That what day he's being trained out, but that's fine.
So he's leaving
neither here nor there. So that might dummy. So We know when he's being trained out.
We know
but
when
we
he's
don't know
being
how many
brought
guards. We don't know this and the other thing.
You
where
don't know
on
how
the
many
train he's gonna
guards will be on the
stored.
train. That's something you could look up, like
Yeah,
when
we're
you
gonna
do
look
the
up
hacking.
all details to that transport.
Okay. Yep. So that is easy. You get up. You can. I just want get back to where you were essentially, and give me a computer
Unless there's
check.
another terminal that we might be able to use. That's what the question is.
I'm game for you using a public terminal. You'll gain 2 black die using it though. To try and access a private server from a public terminal.
Time is limited, and I think that's better than them catching me near the terminal. What do you think, Pat?
I think you just accessing as fast as you can would probably be the best idea. Mainly just because we are on a,
Okay.
I don't know how I can cause a distraction and lead them away from you.
That's fine, because once again, if somebody just sees a, what is it called?
If they see you guarding, you could just be like trying to call in reinforcements or some bluff.
Yeah,
and
again, if
hoping
they see
on your
Cathar, they can
roll.
just assume I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna follow his lead. We're gonna say, because my ideas are terrible, so we're gonna do what Pat says.
My IDs are equally terrible.
Shut up, Pat. So, so we're gonna do what Pat says, and we're gonna go and have me at a terminal. That terminal, Mike. What do I need to roll?
Just give me a computers check. Like you're going to use the terminal at the prison, so computers check. Well, stealth check first, just to get back.
Oh, because of the
Well, there's people patrolling the entire prison, so
well,
walking back.
patrolling here already.
Where we're
You've
at.
been gone for a few hours.
I suppose we had to strip them down and so on.
Yeah, yeah, you've been gone for like an hour.
I
or
wouldn't
two.
say a few hours, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yep,
okay,
gotcha.
sorry, like an hour. Sure.
Gotcha.
Stealth check, please, against 2 purple, please.
That's not bad. Did you say black dice?
Not until they use. Oh no, the black die was only going to be used at public terminal, but you're not, so you're fine. Okay, without much.
Very nice.
You've done this numerous times at this point. You're starting to learn their patterns and their patrols. You get up to the computer and able to access it very quickly. You want just looking for the train schedules and assigned guards and all that stuff. So go ahead and make me another computers check. You've already cracked the firewall, so it's going to be 2 purple.
Damn. Nice.
You know that he is going to be leaving at tomorrow's 11 a.m. train. It's a 5-car train. Each car has 2 guards. Each car has 5 prisoners. 25 prisoners total.
4
10
guards.
guards total.
10 guards. Why did I math suck?
25 prisoners total. Names of all those
You
prisoners.
get a list. You can get a list of all the names, what they're in for, etc., etc.
Occupations.
More what they're in for than occupations. They don't really
Damn.
have occupations.
Awesome. I'm gonna be able to run a you know what?
Favorite flavor ice cream.
Absolutely, definitely in
That
there.
might
Yeah.
not be here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to double check this against the HoloNet. But if there's any bounties on their heads currently,
Sure.
Ooh.
Well, you know, if there's bounty on his heads, this prison has been used for bounty hunters to transport prisoners to other worlds for a fee for extra safety.
yeah.
Oh, you have a list of 25 names. The 25 prisoners that'll be on that train tomorrow morning at 11 a.m.
What time is it now?
It's the night prior. So it's like 10 p.m.
Oh, okay, cool. It's still early.
Probably
have
have
the
like
night.
full 12, 13 hours.
Yeah, you have the whole night to wait for it to come in.
Like a few catnaps.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So, I guess that's everything that we need.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you plan on attacking the train come tomorrow?
Well, when we hop on the train, it's going to be easy. Again, it slows the way the fluff down when it goes in. Also, it's slow when it comes out.
It's also when it comes out as well. So the question
we
is,
hop
when are you
on
gonna
the
try
way
and
out.
hop it? On the way out, got it.
But
Both of
what
you
we're
or
going to
just
have
one
to
of
do
you?
is get a schematic of the city after it leads out. How long after it comes out does it split track and can go either this way or that way? Do
we know
which path it's
exactly
going to
what-
take?
Do we know exactly what does with his knowledge there? Do we know exactly what train cart he's going to be on?
Yep, you know he's going to be in the not the first one, but the second.
The A or B, if you want to
It's
call
gonna
it
be
A. and
B.
B.
Yeah, he's gonna be in B.
And
So we
we're-
can even just detach the 2 cars if you really wanted to. But
You
there's
could
more
try
prisoners.
hacking the system, decoupling them, that kind of thing.
we'll have to do
Yeah.
it on the board. But yeah.
Right, but I'm sure we would talk about that as just different plans of attack, I guess, after your cat naps, of course.
Yeah. So we're gonna want a schematic of the city once thing kind of pulled up off the holonet.
You want to see where the train. You want to see where the train is gonna go.
Yep. See where like a breaking point is. So if we are going to decouple the cars, then we need to know where it's going to, like the best place, because there's going once again go separate directions. We also need to know if there's any persons of note on those front 2 cars, the other 9 people, or if the other peoples of notes are going to be in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th cars, if there's anybody of interest. So I guess instead of napping, I'm going to have to check the holonet to see if there's any other persons of note. And you, sir, are going to have to look for the best place of attack, because that's a you thing.
Wouldn't I have already known that with my triumph earlier?
I mean, we were looking for getting in the prison, not breaking.
But I was looking at I was scouting I was scouting the whole thing for a couple of days. Was in like a day and a half, and I triumphed that
you scouted the entire perimeter of the prison.
I thought I also looked at the train.
Well, you saw the way the train came in, where the train came out, but you didn't follow tracks all the way out into the city.
Okay.
But the that stuff that's easy to find. You don't even need to really roll anything, Scott, on the holonet to just see where the city tracks lead and where the prison ends up going. And there's a spot, the tracks themselves split maybe like, I guess you would call it like an hour out from the prison, where in one track it leads to the other prison that they usually take all prisoners, and then the other track leads more toward in the central city, where they end up leading to, you're not sure, but there is a split where one goes to the outskirts, one starts heading towards the center of the city. And the prison he is going to be brought to is the outskirts. That's where he is going to be split to.
Outskirts of the city, okay.
Because he's going to be transported off planet in a few days after this.
What's the distance between, roughly?
From where the prison is to where he's going to be delivered? For about 3-hour trip.
Oh, and do I know the maximum speed that this train hits?
300 miles an hour.
Oh, so like pretty fast. Okay, cool. And it probably takes like a little bit of time just to get there, which again makes sense for a build up. All right. So then kind of like looking at this, and I want to try to give him, I don't know if you want to make any checks or whatever just to cause this to happen, but if there's any blue dice or anything like that I can provide to him, or any upgrades I can provide to him for his warfare check to find out the best place of attack to plan out our assault. And I suppose what that assault is.
With your insane, your rolls from prior, a blue die with how detailed of a map you can give him. Yeah, a blue die is certainly fair.
And if you're rolling warfare, just so you know, and I'm collaborating with you, sir, you can actually use my intelligence for your warfare. So you use a base. So what's your intelligence normally?
2.
So before you roll this, increase your intelligence to a 4. And to add the blue die before you roll your warfare, whatever Mike says the difficulty is, because I'm collaborating with you on this.
And you're looking for the best place to attack this train, to get on it, basically.
Yeah, best.
What am I rolling against?
3
purple.
And Mike, not only just the best place to get onto it, but also if we were going to decouple it, the best place to make that decouple take place. You know what I mean? So, and of course, we're taking into account things like what other influences might be in the region, like if there's like a barracks or some shit like that, slums, blah 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 blah.
Okay.
So far I'm rolling against 3 purple dice. I temporarily increased my intelligence up to 4 from 2, and I have a blue dice for support from Scott. Anything else before I push the play button?
I'm gonna go ahead and use a dark side point.
I was gonna say can use a light side, but Mike
has
hates
none.
you.
Can now, after this.
You can now. So go ahead and upgrade the difficulty.
I'm just giving it an upgrade, yes?
Yeah.
All right, you're going to roll a despair, and things are going to go horribly.
So now I just got 3 purple dice and 1 upgrade on the opposing?
Yep.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. Fuck.
Honestly, your best bet is to get on this thing when it's slow. Sure, you run the risk of having other guards see you and maybe alerting the prison, but that's minimal. You can shoot them if you need to. When the train starts moving, there's no real stopping this thing unless there's somebody who can get to the terminal and at the very front of the train to turn it off. So you're convinced your best bet is to just hit it when it's slowest.
That's appropriate. It's not really a failure, not really a success. It's one of those just kind of the basic plan.
Honestly, that was going to be what I suggest anyway. Just from a Bateau standpoint is to jump on
Beyond
as soon as
that,
you can.
The best place to decouple it, your guess is where the place splits. Go one way and have it go the other. if you can get the train tracks to, or the hover tracks rather, to kind of shift.
How far after the base is that?
So you'd probably want to decouple this thing. Oh, it's about an hour in.
Oh, okay. So we need to potentially hop on the train and then keep quiet for a good, like, say, 40 minutes and have 20 minutes of action ending with a decouple jump.
With the decoupling and then splitting sideways and then going from there.
Yeah. Okay. So then the other thing that we really need to take care of in preparation for this is the what's the word I'm looking for? The HoloNet. Comparing the names in the list. So the HoloNet.
You're looking for bounties worth money?
Correct.
Are
No.
you looking for a minimum price? Like, what's worth your time?
We're not necessarily looking for these for bounties. We're just trying to find out if these people are persons of
If they're
interest.
worth anything, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And honestly, not just that, Mike, but also if anything of interest might exist on these people. If there's anybody here that maybe I personally, because I know my motivations and I know Wade's, what's his name, Varen's motivations, because we kind of collide a bit. Though I don't know Bato's motivations, aside from money. So I would look for the sake of value for Bato and sake of intrigue or information,
Knowledge,
about
even.
Knowledge, yeah.
about them. What check do I roll for this? And
I guess it would be like
and I'll gladly take black dice. Is I want to try to make this a bit of an anonymous search, maybe different, almost like VPNs or whatever each.
Because you're cross-referencing what you have with HoloNet information that you can attain, basically. Is what
Yeah,
you're
and I don't
looking
want
to do.
necessarily ping that I searched for each one of these people after stealing this info.
Okay, are you using public terminal or using the computer's terminal, or your ship's terminal rather?
I would actually use a public terminal, and again, maybe a different terminal with each person or every.
Oh, you
couple
really
or
want to
so.
shift around? That could be like an entire day's task if you're shifting from terminal to terminal, every name for 25
can
names.
I change the ping rather than what I'm talking, like a VPN
Yeah,
does?
I know what you're saying. You want to try and change the you want to basically VPN it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for that to mask your address will make one computer's check against 3 purple. Because you're using a public terminal, 2 black die.
Okay, so just for the masking.
This
3
is just to
purple, 2
mask
blacks.
and then you can look at all 25 names with another roll after that.
Perfect. Sounds great. I don't think he can aid me in this, and I don't think there's anything I can do with blue dice. I think I'm just stuck with how it is. I'm going to.
I can't give one of my 3 triumphs a blue die from.
No.
I didn't think so.
So I think I just.
I figured I'd try.
I think I need to intense focus and give myself an upgrade.
Okay.
So click and click. Wait. Sorry. And now I click. Computers. All right.
Nice.
All right, that's beautiful. So you were able to mask your IP as basically with ease. Easy enough.
Do you want to use that
Another
narrative?
roll.
Do you want to use that narratively?
We'll say it ends up being timed. So it's going to end up throwing an extra black die on your next computer's check because you're basically crunching, you're only masking your IP for a limited time.
With that, you can give me 2 black dice.
Sure, we'll make it 4.
Increase the difficulty by 1 purple.
We'll do no, let's add 4 black die total. Total 4 black die.
Okay.
And I want a computer's check, but this is going to be against 2 purple, not 3. Do you want to use a light side point, Scott?
Let me just think. Let me just calculate for a second. Okay. I will use a light side point
Okay.
to downgrade difficulty.
Okay.
And
That bring it down to 1 perp.
this is computers, you said, not
Yes, sir.
knowledge.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because you're cross-referencing and doing research.
Yeah. You're fine. Well, that's why I thought maybe knowledge check for research
Oh,
because I have the
that's
research
smart.
talent, motherfucker.
Hmm.
Never get to use it. Actually, maybe I can for this, even though it technically says a different skill. We're doing it a different way. It's called researcher.
research? Yeah, you know what, you're right.
Remove black die per rank,
Yep, I would say you're absolutely.
and researching takes half the amount of time.
Ooh, so
Hell
actually,
yeah.
actually remove 2 black die then.
Woohoo.
Nice. That's gonna make this faster. Cause I didn't say it was gonna be like half a day or something.
Yeah.
All right, and then I'm not going to take a strain. I'm not going to.
And you're just looking
upgrade.
for, out of all of these 25, who's worth a damn. Oh,
Damn,
you rolled
nice.
so well. Beautiful.
Do you want to use those
Oh.
narratively?
Done. I don't really have anything narrative for
So
this.
take strain.
Yeah, just take strain on this.
Okay.
So you actually do get a handful of names that immediately ping you as interesting. A couple of them are just straight bounty. One's worth around 10 grand, another's worth around 20. The first one's simple drug running, but he's kind of he was clearly the head of some group. And the 20 grand one is war crimes against the Republic, and that's all it says. There's a woman as well that is brought up, a Zabrak woman, and looks very similar, obviously, to the Zabrak male you're after, but she's got a long ponytail that comes out of the bald spot at the top of her head where the horns surround her. And her name pops up as Rhea. And it simply says forbidden knowledge as the reason she's been arrested. And she's to be transported to Coruscant. That immediately obviously rings a bell for our dear friend Krasa. And then the other two that I'll get you something for them later.
Only two. So out of the 25, we have obviously.
Out of the 25, I said you get 5.
Yep.
2 of them are have a chunk of bounties. This one is particularly mysterious. I'm going to give you the other 2.
Oh, okay.
I gotta give you something.
So I thought it was just going to be one more. Okay, gotcha.
You got 2 more, 5 handful.
No. I thought part of the 5 was the guy that we wanted.
Do we know where they're all located, or is that forbidden knowledge to me?
what trains they're in specifically.
Okay.
The 2 bounties are in the 3rd train, and she is in the 1st train.
Okay. And then
So
other
A, B, and
persons of
C
note,
have what you need.
whatever they might be.
The other 2, one's a Rhodian and one's a Keldor.
And what trains?
Those are the 2
I
bounties.
don't care about the Rhodian. So a drug guy is a Rhodian.
Yeah.
Rhodian drug guy, and the other one is Keldor.
Yeah.
Is
War crimes against the Republic.
Keldor. And then I'm sorry, the other 2 people you're mentioning. What trains are those other 2 people on?
The 1st train is Rhea, the Zabrak female.
No.
A.
No.
What?
The other 2 people you've given me 0 information about because you have to come up.
Oh,
with
the other nobodies. They're on train 3.
Okay. So nobody passed train
A,
3.
B, and C. Nobody's on D and E.
Okay. Of interest. Gotcha. And our guys on train 2, right?
Yep.
Train B, or whatever.
Okay. 2, our guy. I can't remember his name. That's okay. Question marks. Perfect. And you said
His name is Jeffrey.
This Rhea, you said was what race again?
Zabrak as well.
Okay. Got it. Perfect. So I have all this information.
Spell it RHEA, by the way. It's important.
Oh, with an H. Okay.
RHEA.
I just read REA. It was just supposed to be Rhea, now it's Rhea. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
That's fine. So so I've got that. All right, cool. So I take all that information. I or confer that over with you there, Pat. Or more or less like, well, it looks like if we want a little bit of extra cash, then we want to keep the first 3 trains. There are persons of note there that we will find interesting. However, Michael.
Yeah.
I know 4 out of the 5 people on train 3, and 1 out of the 5 people on each trains 1 and 2. That remains 8, 9 people I know dickle all about.
Common criminals for the most part, run of the mill, like wanted for murder, wanted for assassination, wanted for robbery.
But no, like bounties worth even noting.
That's what I'm saying. Like nothing that's like, oh, definitely worth it. Like a bounty. The next highest bounty is $5,000.
We'll get like 200 credits for that guy on train 4.
Dealing with, at that point, you're dealing with like, you're carrying like 3 people around if you want all of them.
Michael?
Oh, no. What?
Is it possible
Probably.
that if I access the terminal one more time, I can shift around the itinerary, have all of them on train 1?
You would have to access the not the public terminals, but the terminal that's attached to the prison.
That makes sense. Oh, wait. Terminal attached to the prison or terminal attached to the trains? Or is it the same?
They're all the same close security network. They're all operate on the same network.
Okay.
It's like the KDS system, Scott.
Wait, if they all operate on the same network and the train comes twice a day, is the next train the train? It's too late to have any trains between now and then?
Yeah, the other train already came for the day.
Damn it! We could have planted a bug in there, so as soon as I hit there and upload.
Wait, what time did it leave? I thought
you don't know if it's that same train that comes. It could be multiple trains.
11 and 10, you said, right?
Doesn't matter. Whatever train might be coming in can drop a bug into their system.
I see. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that could have. Yeah, you're late in the day though. So
No, it makes
11
sense.
a.m., 7 p.m. That's when they hit.
7.
Okay. So 11 a.m. is what we want. It's after 7, which makes sense. It's probably many hours past that now. All right, I say, Will, what's your name?
Bato?
Bato. I've got another idea, but again, my ideas seem to be shit right now. There are these persons of note, but it comes with additional baggage that we don't necessarily need. There are 15 people on the first 3 trains, but only 6 of them we give shit about. What
It'd be
if-
really nice if all of them were just on the one train that we need.
Well, we'd have to cut fat. Like I said, 6 people of note. We'd have to trim one of them.
Who's the least worthy of them all?
One of them is a named NPC. I feel like this one comes from Patreon. I say we get rid of
You
this.
might be correct.
I say we get rid of it since they have not given lightsaber. And look, he looks quite disappointed on lack of lightsaber.
Wow.
Oh, name like Rhea too. I'm just gonna guess Naga, but I could be wrong.
Unless I think they renamed themselves, so I'm not familiar with the name.
Very possible. I'm just gonna guess Rhea's a Naga name. I'm calling you out, Joey. But going back, so
Bato kind of cutting up what you were putting down, just gonna be like, just release who's not worthy enough, not worth our time, kind of a thing.
I agree. Perhaps we be a little bit nicer to us general game master and have him only have to come up with details for one more NPC. We trim one of those fats.
Perhaps he would give
Goodbye.
us a little bit of leeway in the next show, too.
Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not.
Wade will be here.
Wade's back. Yeah, that's what I.
He will be dick to Wade.
Oh yeah.
Will be a dick to wait.
But Wade likes dick.
I will
So-
say, if the character that we're trimming is Trini, I vote that we keep them on the boat or on the train.
I promise it's not. Don't worry.
Oh, fucking damn it!
You could always sign up for the Patreon tier, or maybe I can for Trini.
I mean, you're paying yourself.
But it's not against it's against like Twitch TOS, I think, for me to bit drop because even for here
I have no idea.
I might be, I don't know, but Patreon's a different conversation. Oh, that also means I get to go in the Patreon, create an NPC channel.
Well, we're running out of time.
No, I got it. We have 24 more minutes to do a quick little run through. That's fine.
What do you
A
mean,
run through, or we could have a plan.
Oh,
and
we're
we can
gonna
come
have
back.
Wade coming with us for this mission.
Yo, okay,
Fuck
Yeah,
that
that's what I was
thing.
gonna
We
say.
need the force, okay? He needs to decouple from a
You want to
farm.
go through the run through the plan and then okay.
Oh yeah. And
I thought you were
besides-
gonna attempt. The
I thought we were
plan.
going to attempt this as
Yeah,
well.
I
I was
was
like,
like,
no,
all right,
no.
we're
It would
running
be
out of
better
time.
if Baron was here.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Come on. We need more light side with us. So, anyways, besides, it might be fun for Wade to come back straight into it. So, anyways, I say, do you think that we go with things as they are and then just kind of reshuffle them, or perhaps keep them ignorant to the change of circumstances, and then have the itinerary change to have them all together for us?
After studying, and this is going to go back prior to me telling you what the easiest strat of getting on the train would be, because obviously I failed that. But with the knowledge that Mike gave us, I'm just going to say, honestly, the easiest way would probably be able to just get onto the train and get off as quickly as we can. If we can put them all on the last train and find a way to decouple that train car, I'd imagine it would slow down at some kind of point. We could easily ride it to it stopping, and we would be able to just get off and hope to have some kind of speeder ready or something to pick us up.
What direction is our ship from this base? North, south, east, west?
Oh, to the east of the prison.
When this train heads out the north gate,
Mm-hmm.
now, if I drive 95 north, sometimes I'm driving flat west.
Yeah, I mean, yes, it twists and turns eventually at times.
What's the closest point it is to our the docking spaceport, or is that
Oh, you're saying where the closest hover track is to the spaceport?
this train track? Yeah.
Yeah.
How close it is to the spaceport? Is that while it's in the prison, or at some point in time afterwards, or?
Afterwards, it'll pass by the spaceport. It'll pass by the north of the spaceport.
So pretty damn close.
Yeah, like a few miles out. It's got prisoners. There's got to be some safety from the spaceport to the prison train. But yeah, it passes by the spaceport.
It would not be a bad idea to have them all put on the last one so that as it's traveling, we decouple, allowing the speed to slow down. We get out, we hop out, run across to spaceport. Hopefully nobody notices us, and we take off and go bye-bye. Oh,
If
wait,
anything, we
we're
can
still
try to-
stuck here.
If anything, we can pay off somebody to pick us up on a speeder. Just radio in on them and tell them where we are.
True enough.
Perhaps Varen.
Perhaps Varen will have some female spontaneously introducing herself to him at the beginning of this session.
That would be a very strange
maybe.
coincidence, but if it did happen, that would be very much in our favor.
It
That's
would be,
true.
especially if she knew how to drive a speeder.
How very fortunate it would be for everybody.
It would be very fortunate, almost like we have precognizance. Or the forces showing me visions.
Or the forces.
I don't believe that religion mumbo jumbo, but I do believe that that is probably our best take on this heist.
Very
Leaving
well.
not with only our prisoner, but with more than we bargained for. How much did you say the others were worth?
10,
so far, at least 30,000 if brought to...
Walking
correct-
away with 100,000 in our pocket, or a very
Potentially.
nice favor.
There is still room for error. So, first opportunity for that. I need to get to terminal. I need to have a little bit of slicing.
Do you want me to cause a distraction to get you in and out? Holding his blaster rifle just ready.
Do we go to the same goddamn door, or do we use another one?
I don't know, would
You could find
We would-
another one at some
I was gonna
point.
say we'd have to probably find another one closer to the train tracks, right?
Yeah, there's other entrances
would
towards
say
the train
that
track.
I'm a little bit curious of what kind of security they have at this door now. They have no reason to question the terminal. My footprints are non-existent.
Well, we won't know until we try. I say we skedaddle, though.
Let's head that direction. You scout ahead. If you think clear, fuck it. If they don't have tank outside that door, I'll be very impressed.
Okay.
And I guess on that is where we're leaving. Is that
No,
what-
we need to do the itinerary.
It goes wrong. Okay, you need to go and you want to go. approach the base again?
We need to get the itinerary taken care of. Yes.
Okay,
We need to
I
switch
some
around the
stealth
people.
checks. I need you're going.
We need to know what the place looks like first, and he's doing it from afar with a scope.
Go ahead, make me that warfare check against 3 purple, like always.
Oh, I upgraded it to 4 purple. I'm not doing that. Ooh. Fucking hell, man.
There are people. You do not know how many patrols are out, if it's more or less than last time. There are, but they're clearly at the very least still on alert.
I imagine they're still patrolling the area. Can't tell how many.
Yep.
It would be a little entertaining to attack the same place again.
3 times.
But if we do, I mean, think about it. We keep attacking the southern side, and we're going to hop on train on the northern side. So it is a bit of a distraction, yes?
I like where you're thinking. I'm gonna just load up my blaster and start turning it on.
I suppose this time we go in with a little bit of a louder distraction, and you
Pulls
lead
out
them away.
other blaster. Holding
Perhaps-
blaster rifle and heavy blaster pistol. I'm way ahead of you.
Perhaps even a little bit of a bing bang to get things started, and then I could have a clear path to make adjustments. Just stay clear of wires. We do not need
What
any
is the
wires.
plan? Where are we attacking? What's happening?
That's all him, baby. He's gonna cause a distraction, and I'm
what
gonna go.
terminal? What terminal are you trying to get to? The same one you've hit twice?
Same fucking one.
All right, I need to stealth through the spotlights again. There's new patrols, so it's back to 3 purple.
What if I
hold on.
shoot the spotlight?
He wants to cause a distraction that leads them all the way.
Okay, how
I
do you
can-
want to? What
I
kind of
can
distraction do you want to
fuck up.
leave?
I want to cause everybody to come over to that area, but then I want to be able to.
So what do you want to do? You're hucking a
Can I-
grenade?
No. Do I have grenades? Would these
Yeah.
guys have grenades on them?
No, would you have a grenade on you?
I would love a grenade, but
Did you
no.
buy one?
No, I didn't buy any.
They're cheap.
I was gonna actually set up, if I could, one of the blaster rifles that we got from one of the guards. If, with my immense knowledge in guns and warfare, as I keep failing, would I be able to set one to trigger off directly at the? Would I be able to have it spark off a shot pointing directly at the?
I would need a mechanics check. You're trying to make the rifle.
remotely shoot after a specific timed amount.
Oh, I guess that would be a computer's check because you're trying to program the gun. I was just gonna say no. That's just like that's too complicated for a simple gun. That's just being kind of given out as like typical.
Okay.
Unless you have something or someone there that can do it for you, the gun is incapable of doing it on its own.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my idea then would be to be. I'm imagining we're still out of the base, right?
You haven't done anything yet, so you're still outside the
Right.
prison.
So yeah, I would probably go to where I made my first couple of shots, the first night we assaulted, and I would try to take out that light again, and then
Okay.
I would try to move to the second place that I moved to earlier in that night, later that night, to kind of like I don't know,
Yeah, I
100,
see what you're
200
saying.
yards
So
away.
I want it's at back to extreme range for this last spotlight. That is the emergency light. It's quite far away.
I would like to be closer, not as extreme. Be a little bit
It's
closer.
going to be
but-
you can't get within long range of this thing because it's much further back into the
That's
prison
fine.
itself.
I
so
can
you're
still
gonna need to
prepare
keep it
for
at
my
extreme.
sniper shot, so that's okay.
And I'm going to go ahead and use a dark side point to up the difficulty.
Excuse me, he gets to decide first.
He has no light side.
Did we use our light side?
No,
I thought we
no,
had a
'cause he
light
didn't
side
have
thing.
any, so I use a dark side.
Ah, gotcha. That's fine.
So up the difficulty. And so it's going to be against 2 purple, 2 red.
It is too purple.
Well, why is it 2 purple?
Because it's normally 4
Extreme,
purple.
and then you're double upgrading.
Yeah, you're upgrading because you're using your sniper shot to bring it within long, which makes it red, and then I'm using a dark side point to upgrade it one more
Not within
time.
long to make his shot at extreme.
Sorry.
So is
that's
this
not a
2
thing.
upgrades or just 2 reds?
It's 2 upgrades.
So you do 4 purple
4
with
purple,
2
2
upgrades.
upgrades. Done.
4 purples, 2 upgrades.
Yeah.
And I get a blue and an upgrade.
Correct.
Yeah, because I imagine I'm aiming as well. And
Yep.
there's no real.
You have time. You can actually double A, which gives you a second blue.
Go ahead.
I mean,
You might
I've had nothing but time.
I think we're just capping it at 2 blue. I don't know what the rule is for capping. It might be 3, but let's just say
17 blue.
Just sit there for 100 years.
I mean,
Alright.
it is a precise shot. I don't think I have anything else that could help me in this sense.
I don't think so either. I think you're good.
2. Just a hug, baby.
And with a
Wow.
one shot, you
Wow.
hold your breath in between
Wow.
heartbeats and you squeeze the trigger. The blaster bolt flies across the sky, illuminating a small red area around it as it careens through the smog and eventually hits that emergency spotlight distance away. You see a little as it goes out. And you
Perfect
see
distraction.
the spotlight just goes out, and
As
you
soon as I
immediately hear guards shuffling around and starting to move, as you can see up ahead, as a lot of them are starting to be moved up to the north,
As soon as I
Move to the
shoot,
north.
or wherever the
Yeah.
I'm sorry, to the
wherever the shot
east.
came from,
Yep.
after that shot, I want to immediately pull up the comm as it's traveling still and be just like, go. And as soon as it hits and I see it confirm hits, I'm going to start moving immediately to that other spot that I set up and I'm going to take shots there. But
If you're gonna
go
guide
ahead.
them away, I was gonna say, so you're gonna like take a few shots as you're running to like kind of give them a point of focus.
As a
to head
set,
to?
there's a bunch of people kind of like attacking the fort all at once, or the prison all at once. So every so often, I'm just going to be making pot shots with both things.
So it
Not
gives them
really.
a point of contact. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying not to hit anything. If I do, awesome. But I'm mainly
You're
just
just
causing.
firing. You're just looking. That's fine. You don't need to make any rolls to make a
Okay.
distraction. You're just firing like you're blind
at the
firing,
prison is
basically.
my main thing.
Yeah,
is
no,
I'm
of
gonna
course.
aim quick, boom,
Yeah,
and
you're
then
taking
pistol
shots.
shoot, boom.
You're gonna
Just
give Scott an opportunity here to make a stealth check to run up to the terminal that he'd like
hold
to
on.
hack.
Stealth check. Do they all run chasing after this madman?
You're going to get a stealth check against a 1 purple. There's going to be a chance that somebody catches eyes, but just for a
Who's gonna
second.
see me? Ooh.
People that are not
It's
on the
dark.
ground floor.
It's
And
dark.
he's in costume still.
And it's dark.
And it's
Fine,
dark.
I'll give you this stealth check against no purple, but you still
Aw.
have to make the roll.
Do I get
simple-
blue die?
You have a I wouldn't be able to use any of that extra advantage for anything, right?
Not really.
Ah! Oh, 2 blacks. That's fine.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, that's
my God,
hilarious.
Scott,
I was gonna say, why
about
don't you
to
use
just
a
be
light
so
dice?
mad.
No, I wouldn't use light die for this yet. Mike,
Well, are you sure?
do I get a blue die?
From what?
Can I for
It
my
being dark.
advantage?
Yes.
Oh.
Take a blue die.
Oh yeah, he gave me a blue. Yeah.
Just take it. You need all the help you can get, clearly.
Nice.
Would you like to take the narration, Scott?
No one can even smell you.
It's honestly, it's one of those things where as they're still coming through the door or whatever it is, and as the number of them are going, I just slip up, I slide down, I plug into the terminal there, and I hunker down. I am literally that guy. Just sitting there like, oh, I'm so drunk and
Just
scared
give me
right now.
give me a computer's check, please, as you redo you're trying to redo seating. So against 3 purple.
3 purple.
Would you like to use a light side point, Scott?
Oh, now I have to. This is the important one. I'm that's gonna give me an upgrade.
Yep.
And
No blue on this one.
No blue on this one.
This has been the session of running to the computer, doing something, running away. Running back to the computer, doing something, running away. Running back to the computer again, doing something, and running away.
I really want to give myself another upgrade, but I don't think I can. Yeah, I'm gonna do it without one more upgrade as much as I really want one.
Okay. And only a few minutes. It's all you need to reassign the seating for the ones that you want in the first 2 cars, and then removing all the other ones in the one after for the next coming car, which is tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. And just as simply as you snuck up, you detach your pad and you slip away into the darkness, now having the train as basically as properly set up as you could hope.
Michael.
What?
I said Michael.
Yes, sir.
So we're deleting one person, unnamed person of interest.
Yeah.
And we're moving everybody to car 5. Rhea, the person that we're interested in.
Okay,
Unnamed
car 5.
person, Keldor, and Rodian, all.
Everybody
car
at the
5.
very last car number E.
And then
Or
there,
not
of
letter
course,
E.
there are 2 guards that are stationed there.
Yep.
I didn't say this beforehand, but could I have stationed the very 2 specific guards there?
What specific guards do you want?
One named Atob and Sarka.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I will allow you to make me one more computers check.
You know what? Honestly, maybe it's a bad idea because we're not going to be able to. They're probably going to want us in place before.
Well,
the end,
yeah,
right?
of course. They're gonna need that.
Yeah, so no, we won't do that because we won't be able to get into the spot beforehand. So nah, fuck it.
Well, then on the eve of the train heist is where we leave our misfit heroes here on Nar Shaddaa. And now they've got to convince Varen, who's working on a holocron, to help out with the
just
train
sitting
heist.
in his room singing Kumbaya. He's not doing
Exactly.
anything.
Yeah, he gets disturbed by himself, and then he has some girl hit on him for a minute. So listen, Michael. When we finally get back to the ship to rest for a minute,
Yeah,
what time is it?
I don't know, 2 a.m.?
Okay. How long do we get to rest before we have to get up and head?
I don't. What are you asking, Scott?
I wanna know how
trying
long we're resting.
No, stop trying to get the numbers before you say that means we have enough time to
Get a full rest.
Yes, you can have a full rest.
So we get to have all of our strain back, like a normal full rest.
Is that what a normal full rest does, Scott?
Yes, unless
Then
the,
you got a
unless
full
the
rest,
storyteller
didn't you?
says, "Thank God I'm at an 11 out of 12." Oh, you could have sent me into this goddamn thing with
You
no
get a full
strain.
rest.
No,
And,
no,
we
Pat. I
will-
could have walked into this thing with a no strain.
We
had, like,
will.
5
That would have been
strains.
terrible, dude. You would have been knocked out so fast.
This is what I was
Do
about
we
to
also
do.
get wounds healed?
Yeah, I would have gone with 10 out of 12. I have
We will be
0.
back next week with Wade and the train heist and whatever mystical things they run across in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. Before we go around and let everybody know where people are going to be, as always, you just caught the end of the show or part of the show and you want to watch it right away. If you're a sub, you can get access to the VOD immediately after this goes offline. If not, It'll be on YouTube for free 24 to 48 hours later. If you want to go above and beyond and support us, there's a Patreon as well. You can make items and you get access to the after shows and all kinds of good stuff, which is what we're going to go and do right now. So
Yeah,
before we go
like
do that,
Rhea, whoever he or she happens
exactly.
to be, you can be. You know what? There's an unnamed person. There's an unnamed fifth person in that car. That
Please
fifth
make it
person
Trini.
Very
could
Make it
be
Trini.
you. It could be you.
It could be Trini.
It's true. What if I
Do it.
told you Trini already exists and I just haven't told Wade yet?
I would be so happy.
That's all I'll say. Well, we can talk about that in the after show. So, Pat, where can
Hi.
people find you this week?
You can find me on my Twitch channel, Twitch.tv/Static, and YouTube, and just everything. I've been playing so many freaking games.
Hell yeah.
So many games. I've been playing. What is it? I'm gonna be playing Arc Genesis, which is a brand new like DLC that they just came out with. I don't know if anybody here is into like fun indie like pixel action RPG games. Well, not even RPG. It's kind of like an Isaac game called Skull. Super fun. And then I've been messing around a little bit with Wolson, Lords of Mayhem. I think it's Mayhem game. Lot
I've
of
heard
fun.
good things about that.
I found some fun glitches. Apparently in the private mode or the offline mode, you could just give yourself infinite money.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, so right now I'm sitting on like $12 kajillion and I can buy whatever I want. It's fun. But that's me. And yeah.
Sweet.
I hope you're having a great day, chat and boys. And
Mm.
Scott made some amazing shots tonight. Some amazing rolls. The best I've
There's very
seen.
good rolls. Speaking of,
Excuse me,
Scott,
I did
where can
roll
people
good
find you?
rolls after my bad rolls. Thank you.
I had a couple bad rolls tonight, like 2.
So this week is some serious hype, not because my Kingmaker didn't take place this week or last week because of reasons, including my whole work changing drastically. But I'm saving it. I'm saving it.
Can we get
Kingmaker's
a Lost Initiative hype in chat for Scott's promotion?
Woo!
I
Why?
don't know, drop some hypes.
But this Thursday, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Session 1 of Thronekeeper. Now, if you didn't see Session Zeros, I gotta make those live on YouTube if I haven't yet. You can totally check them still out on my or Doxy's Twitch channel. But the Session Zeros were intense. It's 5.5 hours of Session Zeros to lead up to what's typically a 4-hour game. There's a 5.5 hours worth of solo sessions. It was amazing, totally worth it. Some serious character development just in those openings. I cannot wait to introduce this campaign. It's literally opening with them meeting the Queen of Amalta. It's going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to what the characters do in the world, how we're able to continue expanding, and how we keep pushing Tyler down and down and down on the list for favorite character. I mean, so let's say there's 9 PCs. He might be number 8 now. No,
What-
probably number 9.
Is it just does he murder people?
Oh, he's just, a reptilian character that splits the party and kills wonton and is always hungry. So, nothing
Sounds
we've ever
very
seen before.
familiar
He
about.
knows what he likes, man. He knows what he likes.
But he's a warlock, so he has powers.
Oh, good stuff.
Special powers. Actually,
He has special powers to teleport away from battles and be
Misty Step.
amazingly
And he can
useful.
shoot rats with Eldritch Blast and eat them.
Yeah, it's so funny. But
Sweet,
anyways.
sweet. Good stuff. Anything else?
Thronekeeper, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/YoMom Delric.
Hell yeah. Twitch.tv/Daleric, not Yo Mama. That's rude, Scott. Thanks for watching,
Mathis,
everybody.
what do you have going on?
Illuminati
Yeah,
man.
podcast. That's all I would say. Go watch that.
Is it? Are you doing anything exciting at PAX East that you're going to be at? So should people
I will be
maul
there.
you?
I have nothing. If you see
think
me at
people should
PAX, wave, say hello. As always, I welcome any hellos and whatnot. And it's always good to meet people at PAX and stuff. I'm not doing anything super special though. I'm just going to be. If you see Jesse and Alex, who are going to be there, you'll likely see me around. You'll probably see me at the Scary Game Squad on Saturday night. They had their show on Saturday. So if you see me, say hello. Other than that, yeah, Chilluminati. Just go watch that stuff. It's good stuff. You can find me at Mathis Games everywhere else. We'll be back here next week with the return of the Force user, and we'll see just how this train heist ends up going for our heroes. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. We're going to go do an after show.
totally
Goodbye.
send it to next
Bye.
week since we couldn't handle it ourselves. One second, everybody, while we find somebody to raid. Oh, look, Lost Initiative's on. Everybody, we're gonna wait. Oh, we're gonna wait. We're gonna raid Pat's brother. That's right, Patrick Static's brother. We're gonna go raid him, and we're gonna send some Patty love. Let's go send some Patty love. You don't want to know what Mike's saying? It's a good thing he's muted. Oh.